going on, everybody? Happy Friday.
Hello.
Almost New Year's. So
Close enough.
hopefully everybody had a very good Christmas. We had an awesome Christmas here, and then New Year's. I do plan on flying a lot more this year. Hopefully, we're actually supposed to go to look at a house tomorrow. I doubt we'll get said house, but we're going to go look at it anyway. What's up, Eric?
Hello.
Just heading to a New Year's party. Have fun, Eric. No need to sit here and watch me be boring and stuff.
So it's always a good idea to have your drink on when you come here, Tony.
Yeah. Oh, Richard, you talking about that video I posted, how not to hydrofoam? That's the first video I ever put on YouTube. I was a smoker then, honestly. Oh, you probably could see me smoking a cigarette in that video. Yeah, that's very old. What's up, Timekeeper? And Tony and Deweese, Richard, Trackman Joe, Sue, Creed, Harry, Tiger, Cloud Chucker. Who'd I miss? Dire Thing.
Say Arnie.
Arnie. I'm sure there's a lot more hidden. Harry. Did I get Harry? Got Harry now though. And Tetley Man himself. The Pioneer, yeah. That's what I've been using, Tetley. I got it when did I get that? It was 3 or 4 days ago. So I've been using it ever since to see if I liked it. And the answer is yes. It works very well. I will say, I missed something when I was showing y'all the VI class, which it's because I didn't open every one of the little packages because I just got it, not that, and I was just using it like it was. Let me see if I can find the stuff that
Wally.
No, that's Munchkin's VI class. All right. That's not it. It must be in this box then. It was my own fault. There we go. So, I still haven't found my little program for my build cam.
I forgot I have that little mod
I gotta
down
do
there.
that.
I can make some Nilla nuts and put it in there.
You got what?
I said I forgot I had that little mod down there. I can
you
make
could.
some Nilla nuts and put that in there.
You sure could, and it's actually real. The VI class, I'm really surprised at how good the flavor is on that thing. To be like a little AIO type device, I'm impressed by it. Honestly, I was like, "What that gum? Where is the?" I got to find my program that runs my build camera. It's somewhere on my desktop that has literally like 100 icons.
See, you need to organize your icons. I have mine organized with programs in one spot,
but I got more since then and didn't reorganize them again, so I need to go back and redo that.
Where would I be if I was vanilla bean ice cream? I found it.
The big bottles are all together, so it'll be in the same box.
They weren't all together.
Well, you must have did that. I'm looking. Where is that program at? I may have to just go from the stupid start menu. I know there's an icon for it, but okay, I'll do it the hard way. Let's see. There it is. That's the hard way, but it'll work. The camera's not. There it goes. Hey, it's working finally. All right. What I was trying to show y'all. Let's see if we can get this pictured right. I'll switch over to the build cam here in a second. Let's get my other software pulled back up and then go over to the build cam. There we go. Now, so inside the SX mini box, which I did not open this little package because it had one of the factory coil deals in there, right? So I was like, I'm not going to use that. But I didn't realize is these drip tips are your actual tool to take off that adapter that's in the top of the mod. And I was using this drip tip, so I did not know that. This drip tip does not have those notches in it. So I'm like, oh, they didn't include a tool for this, but actually they did, and it's kind of ingenious because of the fact they built it into the drip tip. So now you can just unscrew it with this. I got it in really tight. Yeah. So now you just unscrew it with this guy, and it's out. That simple. Pretty easy. I like that design. You don't have to find a coin or something to tighten this down. And right now I have that the Pioneer RBA in there. There it is in all its glory. We're gonna build on this tonight, so you'll get to see this. But it comes in this, made by BP Mods, actually, right there. It has a boatload of airflow options. So
Jade.
Oh, hey Jade. I can't see chat right now, but so I could also use this smaller drip tip, which it also has those little notches on it. This adapter here is to use the regular SX mini coils with. The longer one with the more threads is for when you're using a different style burrow tank in there. So, and this goes on the BP Mods deal so that you can check your ohms and all that good stuff without having to put it in the mod, which is awesome. I like this little adapter. So I tried to keep it all together so I wouldn't lose it.
Yihi sent them to him, Sue.
Yeah, Yihi sent me this stuff. This is all definitely Yihi. David from Yihi sent me this stuff. And well, bless you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm like, man, I hope I don't. The good thing is I got an RBA section, so if I do run out of the other stock coils, which the stock coils, everything I've heard, which I haven't tried one yet, as soon as I get some new juice, that's going to be the first thing I put in there is one of those stock coils to see how good it is, because
it was a real sneeze, Deweese.
Everything I've heard, no, he didn't send the Pioneer tank. I did buy the Pioneer tank. Don't get me wrong there. The Pioneer tank I got from Vapor DNA. So this came from Vapor DNA, along with some more of these little milli guys. I got a different flavor this time. This is Blue Raz Ice. Yeah, Blue Raz Ice. Which
try not to scare the neighbors, Tony. Like
this one's pretty good. I got another one of the frozen grapes, which Munchkin.
No, I got another one of the frozen grapes.
There you go. Munchkin took that right off the bat. So, did I set the Pioneer up for mouth to lung? I did not, Tetley, but we can do that. We can try it. I have it set more of a. I put the 2.5 millimeter airflow in there. I'll show y'all that it's got a boatload of airflow options, so you can make this mouth to lung and really, really bump up your flavor if you want for mouth to lung. I don't think that'll be a problem at all. The only niggly point really is getting the little VI adapter set right to work with the tank. That can be niggly. So if you are not prepared to sit there and screw around with that little screw, which I'm gonna show y'all, then you might get mad at it. But it the 2.5 is mouth, use 4 millimeter. Well, the 2.5, I can still get a restricted direct lung, which is what I prefer. I just don't want it too tight, too tight. Yes, Timekeeper, Munchkin put some in her pear claw with the blueberry and the huckleberry. Now, I haven't made a straight up flavor with those yet, which is what I want to do next.
Okay, so Timekeeper, I put the blueberry and the huckleberry in the pear claw, right? And I cannot tell if it's my coils and cotton that are just disgusting. You know what, Tony? I'm sure if you looked hard enough, you could probably find it. I can't tell. All I seem to be picking up is it doesn't taste like a burnt coil or a burnt cotton. It tastes like this burnt cinnamon is all I can describe it as. It's like, you know, when you use a cinnamon Danish type flavor, that bakery cinnamon, it can become overpowering and bitter. That's what it tastes like. And the only thing I did was replace the pear with the huckleberry and the blueberry. And I went heavy blueberry, light huckleberry, but the same ratio that I did with the pear. So I don't know. Katie, bring me my scale.
That smells good.
This is Blue Raz Ice. The scale's right here. You need the scale. Oh, she's gonna make some juice. All right. So in the BP mods box, let me show y'all some stuff that comes in there before we even get into the tank and all that. I'm gonna show y'all the
And
little.
you gotta tell them about our Christmas present.
Oh, what are we gonna call him? Bart? I mean,
We can call him Bart.
so
Bart,
Munchkin,
bartender.
Munchkin got a Bartesian for Christmas. That was I did post that to the Hangout, and basically, to put it in layman's terms, it's a Keurig for alcohol, straight up, to make cocktails. So, I got the Bartesian and about 72 pods, which out of those 72, I'd say
The alcohols.
8 to 12 of them were amaretto sour, which she really likes that, and I think she has one left. So
I got
that
one
shows
left.
you
And
how
it makes
much
me very unhappy.
she has blown through the amaretto sour.
You can mix a drink faster than you can have a Keurig do coffee. No, DeMillan, it's got. So you got the machine itself, right? And then on the sides of it, there's 4 glass jugs that you fill up with liquor.
Yeah.
So the pods only have the mixers in them. So like they'd have the Grand Marnier or your Grenadine, the different mixers that you would put in there, and it has the barcode on the top, so it knows what kind of glass do you want to use, and
on the left there is vodka, on the right is whiskey, and then behind the whiskey is tequila, and on the left behind the vodka is rum. So there's four bottles. Rum you switch out with gin. So if you have a drink that takes gin.
Gin tastes like pine
yeah,
salt,
we don't really, I don't think either one of us are big gin drinkers, so it's like, we'll skip the gin drinks, but some of the other drinks I just don't care for.
It's good shit.
I mean, they're like the ones that take vodka are really strong. We got one called Witch's Magic or something. It's purple but glittery. It's a real pretty drink, don't get me wrong, but it is strong. Love my Twisted Tea. Oh my God, Angela.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Her son-in-law, that's all he drinks every day, all day.
Barcode.
He is a Twisted Tea nut. I personally don't really care for it. I can drink one, but I don't really like Twisted Tea.
It reminds me of the Nest tea that used to come in a can.
It tastes like the Arizona half and halves.
That I don't
Well,
like.
the Arizona half and halves are good. If they had an Arizona half and half that was alcoholic, then yeah, I would.
Half and
if it had
half,
alcohol in it.
They do have a half and
Arnold
half twisted tea.
Palmer.
Oh, yeah, I saw those at the store.
I have lost the ability to speak English, apparently.
It
can make a Long Island iced tea. It can do margaritas. We've got old fashions, which are not that good. There's whiskey sours, amaretto sours, cosmopolitans.
There's a long list of drinks.
Sex on the Beach.
Yes, she said margarita. Yeah.
I want to try
rum breeze.
Hurricane.
Yeah, it's got all kinds of hurricanes, but yeah, the amaretto sours are my jam.
Those are really good. Those I don't understand. I don't know what they put in that amaretto sour, but it's kind of a, I guess like a sweet sour with a hint of alcohol on the back end, but it is really good. The
actual recipe for an amaretto sour is amaretto, Sprite, and sour mix.
You could totally trick that thing. And this is what I mean. All right, because of the way the pods are made, there's a barcode on each one of these pods, okay? That's what tells the machine how much of each individual liquor to put in there. So if it needs so much tequila, so much vodka, that barcode tells the machine, hey, this is what I should be putting in there. And also your choice, because you can choose mocktail, light, regular, or strong, which I don't recommend going to strong because regular is already really strong. I've never even hit the strong button. I'm scared because it uses 2.4 ounces of whatever liquor. It's quite a bit, but if I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, to trick out the pod, all you would have to do is basically open that pod a little bit and put whatever liquors you want in there, and make some crazy drink. You know what I'm saying? That uses like if you needed. Well, it doesn't matter really, does it? Because it's going to pull the bourbon and all that from those. You could use different mixes, I would say, in the pod. If you wanted to go, well, I'm going to add some pineapple juice in there. And you could take an empty pod and throw, or just, I guess you would just pour pineapple into the drink and you're done.
Yeah.
It's easier, right?
I think you're overthinking it.
I probably am. What's up, Jazzy? So let's look down here at the Pioneer. I'm going to show y'all the stuff that this thing comes with. So you can look how small the VI class is compared to this box. It's hilarious. So you get a baggie with all the spare O-rings, post screws, a couple of coils, you name it in there. And in in this pack is all your little airflow adapters. And there is 7 of them in total. So they go all the way up to, I think it's 4 millimeter, all the way down to 0.8. So if we grab, let's see if we can, without these rolling off the table here. That one's very small. This is 1 millimeter. So we'll try and put them in order. This one is 3 millimeters, so it goes up towards the end. This is 0.8, which that's going to be really tight draw. This is 2.0. This is going to be 1.5. And then this one should be 1.2. So it goes right there. And then I have a 2.5 that goes right there. So I'm assuming if you just took it all the way out, it'd be 4 millimeter. But you can't take it all the way out because this screw not only gives you your airflow, but also tightens down the positive post. Let me see if I can zoom in on this a little bit for you guys. This is kind of far, but whoa, that's a lot. So there you go. So the really small airflow, I mean, you can see that. You probably could get a 26 millimeter piece of Kanthal through there, and that's it. Yeah, you know, why don't they use a dial for airflow? I don't know. Because once you set it to a preferred style, that's what you would use. But I'm using the 2.5, which goes in the empty slot right here. And then there's a 3 millimeter, which I think 3 millimeter is almost too much air for something like this. You don't need a hell of a lot of air. And I'm literally vaping this at 25 watts. It's a 0.54 coil in there right now. That's it. So, but we're going to take this apart. I'm going to show y'all what this little Pioneer RBA looks like. I mean, there's a lot of options out there. Don't think that Pioneer is the only one that, or BP Mods is the only one that makes a RBA for the dot mod, because that's not true. There's a lot of companies that make it. And this should have went in this box. If I could keep my stuff together, I'd be a better person. All right. That's in there. All right. Go back to the main deal here for a second. All right, there we go. So once I figure out how I'm going to do this, I need to take this apart. I'll show y'all how to adjust the little VI adapter. The VI adapter, like I said, is going to be the most niggly thing that you have that may get on your nerves. But once you set it and get it right, you don't have to touch it again for that particular RBA.
May I suggest you use a different word?
What?
Fiddly, maybe fiddly.
Oh, fiddly. Okay, the one little fiddly point you might have. Okay, we can do that. So let's take this thing apart. I don't know what juice I can put in there. I have a little bit of this blueberry jam. It's only 3 milligrams, but I don't mind trying it. I just can't stay on 3 milligram that long. And we may go with a smaller airflow also, just to try it out. How about that? Let's do that. Let's go back to the build cam, and we're going to take this thing apart. So like I said, the drip tips on the VI class actually have the little tabs in here so you can unscrew this thing. So literally I can unscrew this top piece just like this. Boom, it's done. Slide this out and everything comes out. So I have the RBA section. It says BP mods on this side, and this side nothing really. And then the Pioneer dot. I may need to turn this whole tank around. So, well, you can't, can you?
That's what I need, Angela.
I can
Except
turn the airflow around so that it's pointed this way where this shows up.
It was 60 degrees out today,
This
so I
is
just
the
want
little
a
VI
candle
adapter.
that smells like
So,
fire.
The VI adapter has this little flathead screw that you have to adjust to when you tighten this down. It's still flush with the bottom of the tank, but the positive pin's also touching this. So, and Vic shows it on his video. I watched Vic's video after I did all this, but yeah, basically just hold this up against here and turn the screw down until you start to feel this push off. And then I back it off just a little bit to where I can see this actually push up against here, and then I stop. And at that point, that's where it works. Now, this airflow comes in from the side or down here. So this little thing is magnetic. It pops right off. Really easy. And to get this out, the easiest way to do this is screw on your little adapter here and hold the sides, and then you can pull the whole deck off. At the deck. This is just a little single coil deck. But it looks like I need to rebuild this anyway, so we're in good shape. Looks dirty. I can pull this out without ripping up the coil, hopefully. Can't grab a hold of it good. All right, I'm going to have to cut some of this off. Apparently, I got it bushed out pretty good. There we go. Now it's just slide right through, just like that. There we go. Trash can's way over there. So when this is like this, all I have to do if I want to burn this out, I already got the adapter on there, is I could take the mod and screw this back in here, or take another mod that hopefully has a battery in it. That's not going to work. One of these guys will, for sure. It's going to fire it too hard, so I'm going to have to turn this down because it's set at 50 watts right now. I just want to put it on. I got to turn the
air conditioner on.
It is warmer. It's 57 outside right now, so it's definitely warmer than what
in the 60s today. It's
yeah.
I'm hot.
Let's go down to 25-ish watts. Let's try that. 25, which is what I had the other one set at. So there we go. Yes, it's a new coil. There we go. The main thing you have to look out for on that the Pioneer RBA is that you have your cotton fluffed up enough to where these, I don't got enough screen room, where these guys actually touch down into your cotton. That way you don't flood. You don't want to flood this thing out. So let's make sure this coil is straight. I don't want DeMillan to jump my case. That look okay? It looks pretty good. It's right above the airflow, which, like I said, we can change the airflow now and cut it down even more. I'm going to wash this out. This is easy. This is dead easy to come apart. I mean, you literally just pull this out. It's done. I don't want to spill juice all over the table, but yeah, that's it. And it seals really good, unlike some of them other Boro tanks. This seal right here, there's not a drop that's got down past that. So I'll wash this off. Let me go back to the main screen. And then we'll come back and put some other juice in there to try it.
Oh shit, I'm behind. All right, y'all just sitting here staring at me. I didn't know. Yeah, so that Bartesian is really cool. That is a really cool Christmas present. However, it can be very dangerous. Like I said, you can make a drink quicker than you can make a cup of coffee. I mean, it's that fast.
Very nice.
And it's really, really good. A couple of them were kind of gross, though. They just, I don't know.
Okay, that was easy.
They're kind of gross.
Let's see. How do I
They
want to
needed more
set this up?
sweeteners.
Let's set it up to where the BP Mods logo shows.
He does not, Tony. That's something we've been talking about for a long time. He had bumper stickers at one point in time. Here's one of them right here.
Yep.
He had bumper stickers at one point in time.
Maybe if I
You're
get
thinking about getting sweatshirts with like scubas on one side and hang out on the other. But
yeah. I mean,
we
that could
haven't done
happen someday.
I mean, they have ones that you can set up. You could do the design, and people would order them. But they're for a sweatshirt. They're expensive.
There's not a whole lot of
No,
juice.
that anybody would spend $30 on a scuba sweatshirt.
Hey, I would.
Well, you are the scuba. So Creed's got a scuba sticker on his jacket.
Yeah.
Yes, it's hot as balls up here. It's hot.
All right, let's go back to this. I want y'all to see this deck and how it's set up. So you can see right here on each side, it has these little reservoirs
Mick said
down
he'd
here.
spend thousands on the scuba sweatshirt. You could fund the whole project, Mick.
Well, yeah, but that's pounds. They don't count. So
1,000 pounds, I'm pretty sure, is more than $1,000.
yes, it
at this
is.
point in
Your
time,
serial
so,
number's
yeah.
also on here. I have a really high serial number. See, it's like 6837. Yeah, there you go. So these little divots they got on the side is where your wick rests, but it does not. The juice does not come in through there. It comes down. It drips down from the top. So this is basically just a holding point for your wick. So when you build this, you want to make sure that the top is fluffy. You're not worried so much about the bottom because that's not going to control your juice flow coming in there. If you don't get that top high enough, it's going to flood and you're going to have a whole bunch of problems. So don't do that. This is honestly really easy to build. I mean, like you can see here, it's a single coil, 2 screws, it's tight, it's done. It's that simple. There's no fiddling with that at all. See if I can grab this and hold my coil still while I pull some of this through here. And honestly, I just take this and cut this right over here near the edge on either side. Sometimes I'll even cut a little bit more off. I just want to make sure I have enough that when I fluff this up, it sticks up on the top. I strum this out a little bit, but not a lot. You don't want to take a lot of that cotton away just because you need it for the top. And then when I go to put this in here,
Richard piffed me one of the first stickers that was ever given away.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So as I put this in here, like I said, you're not really worried about how it cups down in the bottom. You want this part to stick up, which I have this sticking up pretty good. It should be just fine like that. And you also don't want to stick out too far to where you can't put the top back on.
So any of you out there that likes whiskey and likes sweets, Old Smoky whiskey has a cookie dough whiskey.
That cookie dough is
absolutely delicious.
It is really good.
I saw that, Jazzy.
I had some last night and I was like, man, this stuff, I could drink this straight all day long.
It tastes like liquefied cookie dough. It's delicious.
It's like it tastes like a crunched up Oreo. I don't even know how else to explain that.
See, I get chocolate chip cookie. It's only as technical as you want it to be, Tony. It doesn't have to be.
Hey, flying can get really technical too. It's as much as you want it to be, you know. How deep you want to dive into the intricacies of it.
There's multiple sides to vaping. Two of the biggest ones are charge and go, or this side, which is the hobbyist side, where you get into building, where you're making your own wire and making your own coils. And
I hope this blueberry is good because, I mean, it doesn't matter. This is a rebuildable. It's not like I'm wasting a pod on it, thank God. So that's it. Once you get this burned in really good, all I'm doing now is wicking the coil over and over and then pre-firing it. That way I don't get that new cotton taste. Nobody likes that new cotton taste. Take clothes out of a dryer and then lick
clean
them. You know,
socks.
it's just like that. So now all I have to do, I'm going to take this and I'm going to sit this down right here on top of this. Boom, just like that. It's done. I still have water. Look at all the water in there. Let me take that back off. There's still water inside this tank. Hold on. There we
Well,
go.
that's not going to vape correctly then.
Well, it would. It's just gonna thin out my liquid very bad. All right.
Ed, I when we went to the little gas station around here, that's the half gas station, half vape shop, I was picking through their clearance section at their little disposables, and I took one with us when we went to Louisiana.
Mhm.
And I opened it, I puffed on it a couple times, and immediately threw it in the trash. You know how when you used to get like the old Clearmizer coils where it tastes like the wick tastes like the bottom of the warehouse floor? That is what it tastes like. It was gross. It was supposed to be pineapple. It was not. So apparently people in Virginia still haven't learned to drive. No, they have no intention on doing so. But get on I-95 or the Jersey Turnpike or the Garden State Parkway, and you'll think we are amazing drivers here in Virginia. We actually use the lines. Turn signals, not so much, but you do use the lines.
Let's fill this sucker up. I was going
Are
to change
you
the
in
airflow.
Virginia, Aries? You can talk. He's typing. He's not talking. So
I'm just
concentrating on filling the hole.
yeah, I'm trying to fill this. You always got to concentrate for that.
You are in Virginia. You were supposed to give us a heads up when you would be here. Rude. Hey, Corey.
Okay.
How you doing?
So I have this all back together with the airflow in the front here. You want to make sure you get this in the front where you actually fill the juice at. That way you don't have issues. I got juice all over the place.
Yeah, so you don't get juice everywhere.
Yeah.
You didn't say this weekend. You said you were coming to Virginia and that you had to check her schedule and you would let us know. Unless you told him, who did not tell me.
No, he did not. No.
The last I heard is you had to check her schedule.
Don't even try to blame me for this one. Nope, not gonna happen. So now this also has a couple of sides. One side says SX Mini, which that's the side you want to face out. You don't have to, but I'm going to keep SX Mini side viewable. And then I'm going to take the tank.
Excuse me.
Make sure you put this in the correct way with your airflow the correct way. Boom, boom, done. And then I'm going to screw the adapter back down in here. And hopefully we still
just pops right in there?
It just pops right in there. And then you screw the top down. That's what makes the connection when you screw the top down.
See, I could never go to Massachusetts because Jazzy, you don't sound them out there. If I run into anybody that sounds like Peter from, I cannot stand that accent. Can't. If Scuba had that accent, he'd still be in freaking Georgia because there's no way in hell I would have even stopped to listen to his show because I hate it.
So it's still reading the ohms
much.
correctly. We're good to go there. Let's switch the drip tip though. I like using this black drip tip. Again, I'm just going to take the cover, pop it on, and we're done. Look at that. Now it says BP
There's a
months.
joke there too, but I'm not going to make it.
Try and clean this all up, make it look nice. Look at that. Isn't that shiny?
I like that your cover just slides right back on there.
I know. Isn't that cool? I like the way you can just pop this off, no problems. And you
All
know,
right, so you're ready to put juice in mine and bring it to me so I can stop vaping this
did
grape
you make
because
juice?
2 days of fruit is
I
2
want
days too
you to
much.
vape one of the factory coils. I want to see how good it is. Did you make a juice that we know is good? Well, if you made Nilla Nuts, then that's
I
even
made
better.
Nilla Nuts.
Oh, then yeah, we're good to go if you made that.
3 miles from UVA. I think last time when I looked at the map, you were what, an hour and a half away? Alexa, how far away is UVA from us?
The University of Virginia main campus is 120 miles from Virginia as the crow flies.
Well, I'm not a fucking crow, Alexa. Why would you tell me that? Okay.
As the crow flies.
You know what, Corey? There is a dude that we used to hang out with. I don't know if y'all remember RG Blaze, but one night on the drunk tank, he was vaping alcohol. And he said that Jack Daniels actually worked the best. The problem is it doesn't vaporize that well. You have to get just the right amount on it, or it won't vaporize at all. The mod won't. It just won't do it. They do have actual alcohol vaporizers. I haven't seen them advertised in a long time, but from what I understand, it can be extremely dangerous simply because if you overindulge, if you get alcohol poisoning drinking alcohol, they can pump your stomach. They can't do anything if you overindulge when you're vaping it. So it's
This
either
is
we'll just see
interesting.
if they die or not.
I thought this was just going to taste like blueberry, and then I looked back at the bottle. It's blueberry jam because I'm definitely getting the jam out of it. You know, I've never been the biggest fan of blueberry, but
I've changed you.
this is actually not bad. I mean, it's 3 milligram, which will make me go nuts in a minute, but it vapes good.
I'm sorry. Now everybody knows how far away UVA is. 5,764.9 miles away from King Cobra. 2,375 for DeMillan.
The other thing about this mod that I really like is the battery life is actually really good. For a single 18650, the battery life is really respectable on this mod. I just put this battery in here and I've been vaping it for a day and a half, I think, which is pretty damn good. Now, obviously, if you use more wattage, you're going to need a battery change sooner. But I'm vaping it at 25 watts, and this is a 0.5 ohm coil. If you build around that area, you're good to go.
Newport News, Aries. We are like a half a mile away from the James City County line, though. So
yeah, we're in Newport
when they
News.
use Newport News as your location, they usually use the center, and we are as far west as you can get in the city before you hit another location.
All
entirely.
the different burrow tanks, which has the nicest deck? Well, for the bigger burrow tanks, DeMillan, that would be the 520, no question. Not only is it got a really good deck on it, but it also vapes the best out of all the burrow tanks that I got. Now, I can't compare on the SX Mini, on the VI class, I should say, on RBAs, because this is the only one I got. Now, I may get another one in the future, but 2 hours away. Right now, this is the only one I got.
Oh, well, okay, Deweese. So the house from last week, when our agent reached out to the listing agent, they already have another offer on it that they accepted. But she did tell the listing agent that the first offer that they had, they got a lender denial. So usually what that means is that the lender said we're not going to loan money on that house. So she thinks that there were more issues with it than what was visible, which the only thing I saw was the cracks. So, but but I mean, we don't know. There could have been a lot of damage in the crawl space that, I mean, obviously we can't see. So with it being owned by the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, and it, they don't they don't care
64.
if you waste $1,100 on a home inspection and an appraisal for it not to appraise. They're never going to tell you that it's not going to work. They'll let you waste your money. So
Yeah, 64 is right up the street, Aries. We literally could go right up the street and get on 64.
you know,
Boom.
64 is pretty much one of our main interstates. We have 64, 264. That's pretty much it. I mean, we could meet you halfway tomorrow, Aries, and go get dinner or something. Or 3/4 of the way. Whatever. Let us know. But yeah, we're going to look at a house tomorrow that we could afford. It's in our budget. It's not in the best area as far as driving distance. It'll be a significantly longer drive for me. But the area is not bad. The problem is that seller wants to close as soon as possible. So we can't close until March. So we'd have to have one hell of an offer in order for them to accept ours over the several that are already on the table. Unfortunately, the inventory in our price range is very slim. Is very slim, and I guess people are like, "Ooh, look, that house will take it." They don't. So we're gonna have to move fast.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, the main thing I like about that house tomorrow is just the fact that it's got a ginormous shed.
Yeah.
I could store everything out in the shed and literally leave the house bare bone. Because the house itself doesn't have that many square foot.
can't
I mean,
take
it's
my
really
time,
low
Molly.
on square footage, but
We have to let our landlord know by the end of this month if we plan to renew. And then, hey, well, hello, Albie.
Albie, how you doing,
then,
bud?
Then we will have literally 2 months. So once I give the landlord the notification, we don't have a choice. We got to go. No, he wouldn't be able to fly from that yard, but we're not getting that one anyway because there's no way they're going to accept our offer because we'd make them wait 2 months. But what I want to, the reason we're going to
That
see
first house, yes, timekeeper.
is because I would like to see the, I want to see what the square footage looks like because I know how many square feet this is. That one is slightly less than 1,000 square feet. Now there's only going to be 2 of us. So that's not, we don't need that much space, but I just want to see what it looks like. I want to see how small it really is because pictures don't really.
Yeah, the pictures aren't doing
Really
it that
tell you.
much justice. Yeah, that first house, if we could have got it, it was literally right next to an airport and the backyard was big enough I could have took off right from the backyard. It was perfect, but they already
There's a
took
river
somebody
back
else's
there.
offer. Plus, it
You could
had
take off from a swamp. You might as well be taking off from Pocosa.
show us pics. She could show you pics if she wanted to.
I gotta remember the address. Oh, my phone's right here.
Yeah, because I don't know it. Yeah, but like I said, like she said, they already have an offer on it, and I really doubt if the sellers want to close really fast, it's going to be something we are not going to be able to get. And honestly, I don't want to jump on the first house we see anyway, which I'm trying not to, but I'm trying to find one that we're going to actually enjoy too. It needs to be a house we like. I don't want to just get in whatever, you know, that's not going to work.
Yeah, and there's some other ones out there that are in our price range and they're redone inside and they look really nice, but when you look at them in a map, they are a little too close to certain neighborhoods that I have no intention on living in. So that's the one we're going to go see tomorrow, just to get an idea of what 1,000 square feet looks like. See, we are only approved for 200,000. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So which couple years ago, well, not even a couple, 5 years ago, that would have been fine. But with the last couple of years, with the prices going absolutely batshit insane, some of the sellers haven't gotten the memo yet that your little trap house is not worth 200 grand. So yeah.
Which it should. It technically, if our credit scores, well, mine should have been higher. I don't know why mine dropped 50 something points, but it did. Oh, for $9. And I know he
Well,
says it
and
did make it go
again,
down, but
I've
it
told
did.
you that Credit Karma is not accurate. Credit Karma is an estimate of what they think it would be. It's not coming from the credit bureaus.
A CCW for Valentine's? I don't even know what that is. What is that?
I don't know what that is either.
You don't know what it is either? I don't know.
You missed it, John Q.
John
Not
Q. Merry Christmas. He's a little late, isn't he?
Yeah, see, Aries says they use an entirely different scoring model than a mortgage company or a bank. So, I mean, it's a good no, Cherokee. That is the last thing that I need is to be armed. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, do you really want do you really want to live in a neighborhood where you need to carry a weapon?
No, I do not.
I would rather not
this
have to look over
particular
my shoulder.
neighborhood, like the cops don't.
It's got a Fallout 76 barn. It does, Tetley.
Yeah.
Isn't that barn huge though? You could put anything in that barn.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really worried about that. And,
Timekeeper giving us
be
links
honest,
to barns.
if I was gonna carry, I wouldn't need to. I wouldn't worry about it being concealed.
Oh, liquid barn baked cinnamon roll flavor. Ooh.
And that seems to be very accurate, Aries. Yep. So. To me, that's never made any sense though of why you have to get a permit to be concealed. You would think that you'd have to get a permit to open carry, but that's just me. I don't know. I've got anger issues.
I like that flavor, Timekeeper. I may have to get some of that. That looks good. Baked cinnamon roll.
No,
You're not allowed in the UK.
I would not be opposed to getting one, but we've got too many small children here for me to be comfortable with that right now.
How's my credit score numbers looking?
Better than mine.
Yeah, I mean, mine shows.
Well, tell that to the yahoos walking around with a fucking assault rifle swung across their fucking shoulder.
It was showing 725, but the bank guy says no, it's not really 725. It's more like 640. So
see,
I have to get it up even more now.
That's what I'm talking about. There would be no cops in that neighborhood because they don't go there unless somebody's actively dead in the middle of the road. I have no intention of living close to those neighborhoods. Now, in Newport News, I know where most of them are. Hampton, not so much, so I'd need somebody else to tell me, because like Newport News is fairly simple. You stay away from the East End, and there's like one pocket in Denby that you don't want to go near. That's pretty much it, or maybe two. But those are usually just limited to like a couple blocks. And they're usually both of them are apartment complexes.
Vanilla ice cream.
So they're kind of easy to avoid.
Okay,
Hampton is not quite that way. It's just very checkerboard, but so yeah, I need help with that. Now, going out into the country, yes and no. I mean, each city is different. Like you always hear about all these shootings in Newport News, but they're all pretty much
be scared, be really scared.
area. They're all in the East End. Bless you.
He was coughing.
That sounded like a sneeze to me.
You never know with Patrick.
And like Portsmouth is just There's a reason we call it the armpit of the area.
Hey,
'cause
Dolores. Why are you
Yeah,
quiet?
so
There must
I'm
be a
I'm
reason.
I'm torn between being really disappointed that that's all we can afford, but I know that's not necessarily us. It's just the market versus people that are stuck in one bedroom apartments with no heat and they got to leave their. I mean, so
The
we're
prices of everything
privileged
have
for
went
even
way
to be
up
able to
anyway.
buy a house. Yeah, I had to pay $6 for a gallon of bleach today. And it wasn't even good bleach. It's generic bleach.
Yeah.
I mean, bleach is bleach.
Well, you found out why all the chlorine factories got screwed up.
Well, in 2020, apparently, a hurricane took out a chlorine tablet factory in Louisiana that took out 40% of the United States supply of chlorine tablets. And then last year, apparently,
Timekeeper,
a
you didn't
New
have to
Jersey
do that.
factory
I
went
really
up in
appreciate
smoke.
it though. By God, I'll be making something with that. He
With
got
a
us
cinnamon roll.
cinnamon roll and
Oh, yeah.
vanilla ice cream.
Well, I went to Dollar General, John Q, not really the dollar store, but
How the fuck are you supposed to stop that? Is there another gun in this bitch?
They're going
yeah. Well, I
multi-serve
mean,
on.
as they should be, because a lot of people like to. Yes, he caused a hurricane that destroyed a
He messed
chlorine
up
tablet
bleach now.
factory
Yeah.
before he was even president. So yeah, he's talented. Like when the last bust, a lot of people blame lenders for that, and I get it, but at the same time, just because a lender tells you this is what you qualify for, you know how much your payment's going to be. You know how much money you fucking make. You knew damn well you wouldn't be able to afford that fucking mortgage payment. That ain't nobody's fault but your own. I don't buy that. Well, the bank said I could afford $3,000 a month. Well, that's because Wells Fargo has a bad habit of foreclosing on the wrong properties. So, yeah, I would imagine Bank of America they did that too, throwing people's shit out and realized they were at the wrong house. Yeah. Well, luckily that has calmed down. I'm sorry you feel bad, Dolores. Oh, they understood. They just didn't care. That's the American mindset, is I'll worry about that later. And then when later came, they were like, oh shit, what should I do? Yeah. But even with adjustable rates, they can only go up so much at a time. So it's not like these people's interest rates went from 3% to 8% overnight, because that's impossible. That can't happen. They just couldn't afford any rate increase because they already borrowed up to their fucking eyeballs. But again, that's not anybody's problem. But I know I'm putting a lot of faith in the general public, but where does
My charger has decided
where
to
does
quit
people's
working.
personal responsibility end? I mean, come on. Even if my lender said you're qualified up to 300,000, I know goddamn well we cannot afford a house payment for a $300,000 mortgage. That wouldn't be anybody's fault but my own if I went through with it and couldn't make my mortgage payment. That would be nobody's fault but my own. So I don't have any sympathy for morons, because we give them the information. It takes an hour to go through that paperwork, and we explain everything to them. And they don't pay attention. They don't listen. Just like we got a bad review, right, on one of the agents' websites, that we didn't answer any of their questions until they asked them. What? What? How was I supposed to know you had questions if you didn't ask them? Yeah. So I don't. You can't fix stupid, and I'm not even going to begin to try.
Hey,
But
Dave.
I still hold them responsible for stupid ass decisions.
I mean,
I'm bringing my juice.
Let me see here. I'm gonna make sure these are even. Gonna put an evening bracket right here. I get them crooked on camera, but there we go. That's the true size right there. So as you can see, the VI class is barely taller than just that white piece at the top is the only thing showing over it, pretty much. That's the only difference in size that I can see. This may be a little wider, but it's minimal to say the least. You can't. I'd say they're about the same width, wouldn't you? The Cthulhu looks wider, to be honest with you. This way. But as far as the length goes across, they're like identical. The pointer, thank you, Dolores. My bad. Trying to get everything on camera at the same time, and it's being a pain in the butt. So she's got her juice here. Let's try this one out because this one's brand new. We're gonna try this pure coil. Take one of these adapters here so I can get this piece out. That is so easy to do this way. It ain't even funny. The only problem I foresee is trying to put that juice into this tank with that big old top. I may have to use a syringe, which I do have a syringe down here. Let's do that because I'm not even going to attempt that. Wow, that's some thick juice.
I know, right, John Q? I
It
couldn't
is-
believe they actually typed that out and thought, yeah, that makes sense. Let's press send.
This is going to take a while to fill up a syringe.
Tetley wants to know if they have airflow tabs on the bottom of the pods.
They do on the VI tank, not on the standard coils that you get. Actually it does. I'm sorry. Right here.
Dolores said you're not going to prime the coil first.
Yes, I'm going to. See how this slides? That's your airflow on the bottom of this. My bad. On the VI tank, it's got a screw thing that you turn. That's how you adjust the airflow on it. This, though, I mean, you can't take this apart to prime the coil, so you just have to put juice in there and wait till it soaks it up. So that's what we're going to do. That juice was thick. It took me forever to fill the syringe up. And that's still not enough juice. It's close.
Well, because I make everything max VG. I hope it can handle that.
It can handle it, but the syringe is like, I don't know if I can handle that. All right, let's see if this is enough. Should be.
Okay, I can do that, Aries. We've got an appointment to go see a house at 11 a.m., but we should definitely be done by evening time.
Are we going to get to meet Aries? Is that what you're saying?
We are going to go hunt down Aries.
That
Yes.
would be really cool
We're
to
going
meet
to go
Aries in
hunting.
person.
Mhm.
Finally. It's only been, I don't know how many years, Aries.
Many of
So
them.
we're going to let this soak up. You can see the big old bubble. Look at that. Bloop.
So what is Ashley filming? You said her filming schedule. What is she doing? Is she doing whiskey commercials? What is she doing?
So what we'll do is we'll throw a battery in here.
He's got 2 legs. Just one of them is
And
detachable.
we're gonna go to
He's
the
probably got
mode.
more than 2 legs.
And we're gonna change this to pure mode. And then we're gonna lock the new coil in. Boom.
Damn, Albie, how'd you get permabanned on Facebook?
And it's set at 20 watts. It's got 7
whiskey's
puffs on
really
there. I
good.
guess I puffed it some. I didn't pay attention. Now we're going to let this sit here for a minute and
Oh,
we'll
okay.
see. We'll see how good this thing's gonna vape. I'm looking forward to trying one of the stock coils because I haven't done it yet. So it could be really good.
I guess we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna know. We're gonna find out today.
We're gonna learn today.
That's right.
I need more ice in my cup so I can drink more of this.
Coconut. I mean, not coconut. Cookie dough.
Yeah.
Put the other tip in her mod. Oh, the shorty tip. I can do that.
Jesus Christ.
I hadn't even opened up that.
But the cookie dough, yeah, it's good as shit. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, you can drink it. That's why I was drinking it straight. It's delicious. I don't usually drink whiskey straight
because I only got one of these
Badly.
black. I only got one of the black tips, so I'm gonna put the shorty tip in here though. There we go. Let me go back to the build cam.
Need more ice.
Let's see, is this what you mean? Instead of this long tip, put the little shorty tip on there, which I do like this one better, honestly. I mean, because this tip I only got one of, so, but I could take like a tip from the Cthulhu and put in there. It would work. So, let's see. So 905, we'll take a vape from this and see what it's vaping like. Let's make sure all the, look at there, I'm making more bubbles come up. You just shake it a little bit. We'll see how this is going to turn out. I mean, everything I've heard about the stock coils that Yihi has made for this thing are absolutely amazing. So I can't wait to try them, to be honest with you. This blueberry really has a bite of jam on the end.
Dude.
I mean, maybe it's this RDA, I don't know, but the jam really kick. You taste the blueberry on the inhale, and that jam. I do,
he makes
DeMillan, and I'll
scary
tell you
stuff.
why. I'll show you why. Because with the sleeve, you literally, I mean, you grab the sleeve and you push, and you're done. You can pop this battery out in just a second. I mean, I think this is way faster than the old method. I'm done. I mean, that's fast. And I wasn't even trying to rush. It's that simple. And, you know, you might have reviewers complain, oh, but the up and down watts are inside here. That's a good thing. I'm not going to accidentally turn this up. I don't have to lock the mod and worry about my wattages going up and down. It stays where I got it. And if I need to lock this, 1, 2, 3, and it's locked right there. So it's not going to fire now. See, it's not going to fire. And then you 1, 2, 3, and then you're unlocked. It's that simple. I mean, this is a no-brainer, easy to use mod without question.
This doesn't even taste like whiskey. It tastes like liquid cookie dough.
It does. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it's dangerous, because it doesn't. That's why I was drinking it straight, because it doesn't.
I am drinking it straight.
You don't need anything with that. As long as it's cold, that's damn good.
It smells good too.
I did not know Old Smoky had their main distillery in Gatlinburg, which I guess that's their distillery. Because
For the whiskey, that was like $20.
yeah, that Old Smoky stuff. I mean, it should be. I think that's a nationwide chain anyway. I mean, Gatlinburg's the main place, but I've seen Old Smoky in Georgia and quite a few other states. So I don't see it being a problem. They sell the moonshine all over the place too, even though the moonshine's not. What's up, Howard?
Howard, it is Old Smoky Tennessee whiskey cookie dough.
Cookie dough
And
whiskey.
It is delicious.
If you like the way Oreos taste, or basically any kind of cookie,
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
yeah, chocolate chip cookie, you could drink that straight, no problem. It's not too strong. You don't really taste the whiskey. It just tastes like you're drinking a freaking chocolate cookie. It's dangerous. Oh, you buy it all the time in Tennessee. Nice, Harry.
Hey, RS.
And Happy New Year to you, RS, and Happy
How
New
you
Year to
doing, bud?
everybody in chat too. I mean, we got it posted on here, and I think I said it when we first started, but
I mean, technically, it's not the new year.
it
yet.
is
We
not
still
New
got-
Year yet.
Still
But
got 2 days left to go.
we'll hit New Year before I do another show, so that's all that matters.
Yes.
Oh, we're at time. We can vape it now. Y'all ready for this?
Weed, you got a mouse in your pocket.
Wire
Root beer?
Optum.
I haven't
Wait,
seen
Wire
root beer,
Optum is
Howard.
50% off right now? Damn. Do you know how much wire I got stocked up? I might buy some more anyway. All right. Let's see how Nilla Nuts taste on the VI class. This will be the first test
I've
of.
seen far worse on Facebook, Albie. That's crazy. They banned you for that. That's
I
ridiculous.
believe this is the first test of Nilla Nuts on the VI class. Oh my God. You can smell it before you even vape it. You can smell it. All right.
Can you smell it because you got juice everywhere, or
Did
I
you
cannot
put,
see your reaction because you got your hand in front of your face.
did you put too much flavoring in there?
No, why?
Because it's strong as shit. Hold on. That
I
tastes
actually
it
measured
tastes
it
really good, but I'm thinking
on
you
point
went
this time.
you went under? I can't freaking tell.
No, I
Hold on.
said on point. Everything was measured accurate. Yes, just as accurate as my speech.
It
today.
needs more wattage. Hold on a second. This is so easy to adjust. I literally hit the up watts.
It's accurate.
Hold on, let me show y'all what I did. Let me stop it. I'm gonna show you how easy this is to change too, because I didn't show that yet. So I'm on 22 watts right now. So if you want to change the watts, I hit up, and look, the wattage lit up, and now I can change it.
I've
It's
been on
that
Reddit
simple.
lately, or watching people clean houses on TikTok.
So it's a 0.40. We're gonna try 30 watts right
I
now.
believe that's what I said, John.
We're gonna see what
John
30
Clue.
watts.
I can't talk today. Yes, John Clue. That's accurate.
It's accurate. Accurate.
Accurate. It's accurate. I have lost the ability to English.
That is damn good. That is really good. You say
All right,
40 to
there you go.
50 watts? All right, Jazzy, I will crank it up a little bit.
It's max VG.
Let me get it broke in a little bit. I'll crank it up some more.
I didn't have to really talk to anybody today, John Q. So yeah, I forgot how to speak properly.
Damn, that's good. I mean, damn, that's good.
Dolores is yelling at you. Hand it over.
It almost.
I'm coming for it.
Oh, here she comes. You won't get a dry hit? Jazzy, I mean, Yihi, you can tell all the folks at Yihi, they knocked it out of the park with this because the stock coil in here is off the damn chain. This is really good. She's going to come take it from me, damn it. Wait, I haven't turned it up yet. He told me to go to 40 watts. All right, let me try 40 because everything else has been outstanding, so. Don't hit it till you get back up there. I want to keep it. That's got my battery in there, though, by the way. Wow. Hey, what's up, Addie? The real test is how long the coil will last. You're right, Cherokee, especially with Munchkin's vaping style, because Munchkin can destroy a coil. So we're going to see. We started Friday. I will let y'all know how long it takes. Timekeeper, Jazzy may have one. I don't know. Okay, Munchkin's back. We're going to see. Watch. What's up, Scott?
Hola, Scott. All right, I gotta make sure my hand placement does not block the airflow holes.
Keep the fire button away from you, and then you'll be fine.
See, I can't do that because
Look,
my thumb
I'm
goes
playing
right
a
over the
game
air
with a bunch
hole.
of 12-year-olds, right? And they're all arguing in the chat like, y'all are being weird. You said you wanted to have sex with our mom. Stop being weird. Talking because they're all talking to each other. Like,
What?
Something Katie's doing.
There he is, yeah,
All right,
there he is.
go for it.
What the fuck?
That's good. Oh, the hazelnut is really present.
Right? That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, did you add too much of something because it's
No.
strong?
I measured everything 100% on the nose this time. Amazingly enough.
Wow.
Well, I kind of went a little bit over on the vanilla bean ice cream by like 0.2 or 3. She was born that way. She can't stop being weird. That's her natural state of being.
Munchkin's not used to holding anything that small. Thank you very much. And Katie said, I'm not either. Oh, she's not weird. Never mind. Yeah,
this is cute, yeah.
it's cute, but it vapes really good. So Mick, I'm curious. Over in the UK, do y'all do you do free rides
Good, Albie.
on New Year's Eve night? Because I know they do here in the US, and I'm not blaming y'all if you don't.
Hell, our police departments give free rides on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, if it's a national drinking day like New Year's Eve, they have free taxi rides to get you back home. Not to the next party, mind you.
Yeah.
Back home. You're not supposed to go, hey, take me to such and such, and it's another party. People do
Well,
it.
I mean, they
but
don't
you're
know
not
where you
supposed to.
live, but yeah. Now they do. The police departments around here on New Year's, mainly St. Patrick's Day, will come get you and take you home.
Yes, taxi rides. I never do anything for free. I'd be at the party if it was for free. Okay, Mick, that's understandable. Yeah, here in the United States, a lot of now I'm not saying every taxi company does it, but a lot of taxi companies on New Year's give free rides to get people home safe so they don't drink and drive. I mean, it's just something to, save people's lives.
Somebody told me that, Aries. I was talking to my old coworker Valerie, and we pulled up a live webcam in Dublin, Ireland. They must have caught on because that was like 2 full blocks full of people. There was literally wall-to-wall people outside in the roads just drinking and having a good time with the big stupid green hats and the shamrock ears. And so they're like, yeah, apparently they have just decided to fuck it and we're going to go.
I have
vape.
nothing for sale. Wow, Jazzy. No crazy Eddie deals? What the hell? That's a first for Jazzy.
No, it's not on sale. So
I think that by tomorrow I want to get some more juice, but I got to be honest with you. If that wasn't 3 milligram, I'd be vaping the crap out of that right now in the VI class because it
what,
tastes.
my Nilla Nuts?
Yeah, because it's really good. I don't know.
I don't think there are that many Americans over there in Ireland, but it was packed. I was surprised because I had always heard that too, that St. Patrick's Day is not celebrated in Ireland the way it is here. It's just another day. And they called my bullshit on that live stream because it was literally the middle of the fucking day during the week, and it was packed.
So, my question to you:
Hi.
the Nilla Nuts, does it have a sweet taste to you? Maybe it's the vanilla bean ice cream. I don't know, but it's giving me a sweet taste on the end, which I normally don't get. Maybe I'm getting more from it, but I'm getting like this sweet something from it.
I get the vanilla on the inhale, and then hazelnut on the exhale.
That
Hmm.
in there?
No, she's got it. It actually tastes really good.
That's just your blueberry stuff that I smell?
No. Oh, the blueberry is what I'm vaping now. She's vaping Nilla nuts, and it's really good in that mod, which I'm surprised.
Gosh.
Well, Happy New Year, Eddie.
Stop being weird, Katie.
Go whooper.
You see her shirt, right? It says wine, wine, wine.
That is really good. That's a happy changeover from grape because that was getting to be too much.
Yeah.
Katie, you need to come try this
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
I-
cookie dough?
cookie dough
You
whiskey.
do need to try the cookie dough. You're going to be having Patrick buy that, and I guarantee you.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys. So I don't know who all remembers the green mod that Scuba showed you all last week that he let me borrow. But I ran out of my salt nick. So I had to use, I think it was 6 milligrams for like 3 days. And I finally went to the store the other day and got myself some more salt nick. And whew,
Is that why
vape
you
has
were so
never-
damn crabby?
a vape has never tasted so good.
She has the
Aries.
she has the dot mod dot stick, that one with the super capacitor in there. That's the one she's using because her other that mod she was using before, the stupid inhale detector on there will mess up. It's like she owns it for a month, maybe 2,
Yeah.
and
She's got
it always
3 of them in
messes
the
up.
cabinet that don't work now.
I mean, it's made by smoke, so there you go. So
yeah.
it,
Thank you for saying
you
it
hit
correctly.
it,
I appreciate
and
it.
then when you stop inhaling, it keeps firing and firing and firing, and it'll burn your damn coil up if you don't
Straight whiskey.
yank the pot out of it.
Take a big whiff. Does smell good, doesn't it?
She's like, it smells good.
No. Would I be drinking it straight if it tasted bad? I know, right?
She just did the
Like-
shit.
It's like liquid cookie dough.
It is that good. I kid you not about that cookie dough whiskey. It literally tastes like you're just drinking a cookie. I don't even know if there's alcohol in it. I don't know how much, but
It's 60 proof. so
60
only-
proof. Okay,
Only
so it's
30% alcohol.
it's a lower proof. That's why. But
But
man,
still, it's good
It's
shit.
about the same as their cherries. Their moonshine.
No, not the moonshine. The moonshine.
time from
is
a new
strawberry.
shirt.
And
Cookie
then,
dough,
then
cookie
there's
dough,
the
cookie dough.
mango and jalapeno, right there.
Yeah, the mango and jalapeno is really good too. It's
Only
it's
like
a spicy. Now
$20
that
for
one
a bottle.
I drink straight also,
like
but
straight up
it's
fruit.
more. It's gonna give you a little kick.
It can't be keto friendly. Ain't nobody doing keto.
You had an
anymore.
amazing peanut butter whiskey. That sounds good, Jazzy.
Peanut butter whiskey with
Breeze, hey.
Hey, Breeze. You're gonna have to give me more than just eye contact. I don't know what you're looking for.
whiskey jam liqueur. If you mix it and
Uh-huh.
drink it, tastes like
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
no. God damn it! It doesn't taste like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It tastes.
That's kind of strange that it doesn't. But
So how's the headset sound, Patrick?
Really good.
Cool. So Patrick likes his headset.
It tastes good. It
Did
tastes like something yummy. I just can't think of it.
Patrick
tastes
got
like
a new.
peanut butter and jam.
Fucking shit. This whole mission is like the most glitch-ridden piece of shit. fucking
Glitch?
mission.
Really?
You
I didn't
can't
have
get
it.
out of the truck. You're critical. Like it's just like dumb.
You're not at the part where you're like
I like bakery
driving
stuff.
and
You
you have
make
to
fruit
blow up
stuff,
these
so it
different
maybe looks-
trucks.
You gotta drive, dodge mines, dodge drugs.
Oh yeah, okay, I know which part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part's a pain in the ass, dude. He's playing the new Modern Warfare 2. And he's on the part where you have to blow up the trucks with mines or
Oh.
dodge mines, I should say. I remember that part of the campaign. It's been so long, it's like I can't even remember some of that stuff. This blueberry is good, don't get me wrong, but that Nilla Nuts was way better. Way better.
Very close to Millen. Very close. DeMillan said when she hears Scuba say Patrick, she envisions Patrick the starfish all stoned.
That you might be right about that, DeMillan. I don't know if DeMillan's stoned or she's saying Patrick is, but
Hear me?
either one's probably right.
This is so stupid.
So we have children, obviously, right? One time, me and Patrick went to go visit the girls at lunchtime, and when we sat down to have lunch with them, like 2 different kids looked at him and was like, "Patrick, like from SpongeBob."
From SpongeBob, yes, that Patrick.
Doesn't he have a Patrick shirt, a T-shirt with Patrick on it?
Yeah. That face and the jellyfish.
We should get him a big ass Patrick shirt, Patrick star on there.
Bandit, it's not birds or mice. He's
Ah,
eyeballing
Firefly
us.
brand T. See, Cherokee, don't. If y'all give me, I've played it a little bit, Timekeeper. It was weird because you got to go through and collect ore and stuff, which I know
Timekeeper.
Starfield's going to be that way. I may play
Katie said
Starfield though.
She does not play No Man's Sky, but she wants you to download Among Us and play with her.
Among Us is weird, man. You got to guess who's the bad
It's
guy.
Weird, man.
It's
what
a
Scuba said.
little.
Among Us is weird, man.
It's a little cartoony game. I just don't. Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, what I was telling him is that I was playing that game, right?
Mhm.
And so you can chat with people.
Mhm.
And they
So
all
what else is going on? I mean, we're really at the since we're at the end of the year here, it's kind of like binding to the point. Oh, have y'all seen the new PSVR 2? I was going to order that, but Munchkin told me no, that I need to leave my credit cards alone, so I have not pre-ordered it. But I already have the PSVR 1, but I want the new one for the
No,
PS5.
you cannot spend any more money on a credit card. You are cut off.
And
Bandit.
there you go. So there you go.
You can't. Our credit cards are frozen until we get our house. Then you can spend away.
Missio coffee infused. Is it much better than the VR1? Oh yeah, Tetley. It's like way better. It's 4K display, 110 degree field of view. It's got eye tracking, so it tracks your eyes. So the way that the PSVR 2 works, wherever you look with your eyes, it looks at your eyes. So when you look in that direction, that's where it focuses all the resolution is where you're looking. And they can make games that know when you're looking away, like scary games, and get you with that stuff, which they're building into all the newer games. I just don't. PlayStation's policies are so stupid. Like if you own a freaking Resident Evil game or something and you want the VR version, they're like, no, pay us. You know, some of the games are going to be free upgrades, but most of them are like, no, pay us again, because that's the way Sony does crap.
Bandit, come here. He's all up in the screen, watching you.
How much is the new VR? The new VR is $450, I think. Cloud Chucker. I think it's, or is it $499 or $550? Maybe it's $550. And then if you buy the one that's got Horizon whatever lands before whatever the new game, it makes it like an even $600, I think. So it's not cheap. And then if you want to buy the little charging stand for your controllers, it's another $50. So there, that adds more money onto it.
You cannot get
There's
up
a
on
lack
the
of
desk.
games. There's supposed to be 21 games that they're
There's
going
no
to
games
add
except-
for the PSVR 2 by the time that it launches. It launches in February of this coming year. So
He's
you
one of
have
our
until February.
Barrels, Dave. He's the big old hoss.
This is funny. She just took the charger, right? In 5
Mhm.
minutes, that damn thing's going to be charged fully, done. And she literally, I don't see her charge it much, but the normal USB-C chargers take a little while, but that one that I got, 5 minutes, it's done, completely charged.
Which is actually really fucking crazy. I thought you were exaggerating.
No, I told you I wasn't kidding. It literally charged. It's because it's not a battery, it's a capacitor.
And it
It's
lasts
different.
about
We only have 3.
12 hours.
3
of
cats.
constant vaping, I'd say.
Bandit is by far the biggest.
She says she's
He's-
getting 12 hours out of it. She must not
Yeah.
vape as much as we do because I wouldn't get 12 hours. Hey,
He's-
Shaki.
Well,
He's like a dog. He's the
My
only
nicotine
cat that
is
I've
a
ever
lot
known that
stronger
will
here.
roll
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
and-
You don't
and
have to vape
actually
as much.
request belly rubs and doesn't end up biting you and doing the kicking thing with his back feet. He makes air biscuits while you give him belly rubs.
Yeah, I don't blame you
Yes,
for
I'm telling
that,
on you.
Aries, not wanting to connect it to
Hey, Peanut.
Facebook. Now would be a good time for insert ads. Stupid YouTube, I swear. Yeah, insert an ad here. How about no? I don't want to insert an ad.
I wish the button was
What
clickier.
will I make? 1 cent? Probably, if that. It's not worth it, man. I should just play music on here and say screw it, because the monetization stuff never happens because we talk about vape stuff, and then number 2, cussing is involved sometimes, and
Most
that
of the
throws
time.
it out too. So there you go. No monetization for us.
He's watching the screen intently. He's waiting for you to show him mice.
Oh, I did not tell y'all, and I don't mean to throw bad news at the last. You know, the job that I had for like 20 something years in Georgia, my boss died night before last. He already was suffering really bad with Alzheimer's and dementia pretty much, and he got bad. They put him in the hospital. They released him to go home, but they released him to in-home hospice. And I guess he lived about another week, maybe a week and a half, and that was it. He passed away. Stubborn man. I'm surprised that he did pass away. It's weird because his sister, now he was around, I would say in his 80s. His sister is going to be 91 here in about 6 or 7 days.
Wait, Dean is Marvin's sister?
Yes. You didn't know that?
No.
Yes, Dean is Marvin's sister.
Oh, okay.
So,
Did not know that.
yeah. And I've probably mentioned Marvin before in the past when I had that job. Because, yeah, it's sad news, Cloud Chucker, but I'm sure he's feeling way better now. He could barely remember me the last time I went down there. And he would complain. I think even after I left, he was like, "When's Steve gonna come visit us?" And she's like, "He just did." So yeah, it's bad when they get Alzheimer's. It's like, man, you know, and you can't jump their case for it because they can't help it. So because they'll tell you a story. The main thing I've noticed a lot out of Alzheimer's is they'll tell you a story about something, and 5 minutes later, they'll tell you that story again.
Mm-hmm.
And look at the cat. The cat's like, "What's up?" I can see.
All you can see is ears.
Yeah, he's just like barely poking his head up.
Well, and they seem to remember. I mean, RS might recognize this. It's like their short-term memory doesn't work so well, but listening to music and watching old TV shows and things like that, they tend
Wow,
to
Dave. Yeah,
remember
sorry to hear
some
that.
of their older memories a lot better than newer ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cherokee, exactly. Yeah. But you know what? It is. I used to work in a nursing home it wasn't necessarily the hospice wing, but it was complete care wing. And a lot of the people there were like that.
Refill.
But that brings them comfort, is telling the same stories and looking at old pictures, and that brings them comfort.
You got one of these too? Yeah.
Not so much the people around them, but it isn't about us for the most part. So, yeah, Aries, and they don't. I mean, there was a guy that was always looking for his wife. So you just tell her, "Oh, she just stepped out," and then he'd forget. And 20 minutes later, where's she at? Oh, she just because there's no sense in breaking their heart every 20 minutes and reminding them that they passed away. You know what I mean? They're just it's pointless. So you just go with it. Now, my dad He didn't have Alzheimer's, but he had cancer that was starting to spread to his brain. So he never got violent.
That always makes me. I would say smoke more.
I would have liked to have seen that because me and my sister would have taken him out. But he did get agitated really easy. I remember taking him to a doctor's appointment. And he was trying to use his phone, but he was trying to use it as like a walkie-talkie or a CB, which, you know, when he was in the military, he used CBs a lot. So he was trying, and he was mad because it wasn't working properly, and he's pressing the button and nothing's happening. So I just took it from him. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It's not working. We'll just fix that later. And I chucked it in the glove box because I figured any minute now that phone was going to go out the window because he was getting really pissed off. But he would do strange things. Like the one that stands out in my memory the most is he took a pack of light bulbs and had put the whole pack on a stove burner that was on because he wanted to test them and see if they would work. Not quite sure what the process was behind that, but it didn't work. It just caught on fire.
Remember
So
that
he had
mod
to
that
be
Katie, or she just
watched.
came and got that charger, right?
Yeah.
It's already done
Charging.
charging.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. It's very fast. I definitely use a VPN.
Damn, Barbara Walters just died?
What?
Baba Wawa. Damn.
Barbara
Who's
Walters.
next?
She was like a news reporter with the poofy hair.
I know who Barbara Walters
No,
is.
your daughter is asking.
Oh, Baba Wawa.
I thought it was funny because, you know, the little, well, I told you, but I didn't tell chat. You know the little switch down on the floorboard of your car?
Yeah.
There was a picture of that on Facebook, and I asked your daughter what that was. She had no idea.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I've never had a car that had that. She was 93.
Are you saying I'm old just because I had cars that had that?
No, I'm just saying you had older vehicles. I mean, I knew people that had trucks that had that on there. I saw that, Aries, but I have no idea who that person was. A lot of the vehicles I saw that had that were pickup trucks.
I go. Watermelon.
Yeah.
I know
Glad
you
you
don't
got
like
that
it.
one.
That's why I'm eating it. What does Swift for the headlights?
Why are you giving me all your candy? I mean, I'll take it, but
Yeah, Dom Long, that was a switch to go from low beams to high beams.
Mhm.
That's what that switch was for on the floorboard. If you're older, you would know. I would say if you're older or had an older
Okay, right.
car, I mean, basically you would just need an older car to know that. You could be a young person,
Mhm.
but own a really old car, and then you'd know what it was. Yeah, I'm old.
I think we all qualify as old in here. That's right. I'll take it.
Like a 76 Monte Carlo, Oldsmobile Cutlass, 73 Malibu that I had, the 72 Monte Carlo. All those had that switch. Demilla said, I don't see any news about Baba Wawa. Baba Wawa.
I don't see it either.
Well, we saw somebody's death thing about a month ago and found out that was fake.
Yeah, who was that? I can't remember. Oh, Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just too new and they haven't updated anything yet.
I remember what the lever is for on the side of a Conestoga.
A what?
Now, Cherokee, I do not remember that. One for the reverb or the radio. I've never had a car that had that.
Mm-mm.
I have not got any of those yet, Cloud Chucker, but the next time I order some batteries, I'll get those. Cloud Chucker really likes the new Molicels. I mean, the Molicels in general are good batteries. I knew if they come out with a new one, it's going to be really good. I did see that now, I don't know if I spoke about this before. These batteries we use now are lithium ion, right? So they just come out with or trying to mass produce sodium ion batteries, which are supposed to last longer and have more power. We'll see. Now, when will that trickle down to vaping? I don't know. But I think that the newer, I think battery technology needs to step up their game. We've had the same kind of batteries for a long time now. Bump it up. Yes, salty. Well, not to mention the fact that the lithium ion batteries, when they get punctured or something, they catch on fire. The sodium ones are not supposed to catch on fire like that. So they're supposed to be safer. You know, instead of having people have mech mods that vent in their pocket.
Oh, okay.
Maybe those won't do that. It is still off in the distance, Corey, without doubt. I just want them to get it moving quicker. We need new batteries, man. I want batteries that'll last me an entire week on one battery. Or a mod that charges by solar power that has a more regenerative return for solar. Like, instead of having a battery and to charge it solar, you need 8 hours of sunlight. That's like all day. I want something you can put out in the sun for 1 hour and it fully charges it.
I think you might be reaching a little bit there.
Hey, Stina. Did you post pictures of those cupcakes? Those things
I
are
did.
awesome, Stina.
They are.
You did a really outstanding job on
Wait,
those cupcakes.
why are you giving me all your candy? I don't want any gum, thank you.
Right. Well, I mean, Cherokee, they use 18650s in the freaking EV vehicles now on 21700s. So why would they not make that size battery, and then we'll still be able to buy them separately
Bob, how you
for
doing?
our mods? That's all I'm saying. If they make them for EV vehicles, it's going to trickle to vaping really fast. That dot mod might work off
there it
solar.
is.
It might. Hell, anything might work off solar.
She was 93 years old. She didn't look 93.
Just buy a huge solar charger and then plug your charger into that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just pulled it up, Aries. Thank you.
So this is going to be interesting when we go do our house hunt. So you're saying we're going to meet Aries tomorrow? Do I need to shave?
I don't know, Aries. Do you want to rub on his face? I mean, I don't think you need to shave.
I don't think he's going to rub on my face.
I
No.
don't think he's going to rub on your face. No.
I don't think that's.
I mean, he can if he wants to. Yeah, that's just really between you and Aries, I guess. But
well, we got to have some pictures, you know. Hello, Brett.
Hi, Brett. I mean, the pictures are like Aries said.
Aries said, "I'm not shaving."
I'll put on a bra, maybe wear some makeup or something. But yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna have to find a place. We're gonna have to figure out where we can meet, so we can figure out where we can go eat. Because
ooh, food is good.
I'm the kind of person that likes to plan my food.
Yeah, don't get between Munchkin and whatever food is there, or rolls. If there's bread, stand back. She's gonna eat all of them.
I will. I do like bread. It's good.
I didn't even pack a razor.
I feel offended though. the hell, man? You're not supposed to throw me under the bus like that. Damn.
Well, when the bus is right there and you're standing in the middle of the street, it's gonna hit you.
Beep, beep, motherfucker. No, just, that's, you don't need to tell everybody that I eat all the bread.
If
Rude.
it's bread or cheese, it's gone. I'm just saying.
Bread and cheese should be two of the major food groups. That's good.
She will tear up some cheese, some butter, and bread. There you go. And 3 major food
Okay,
groups.
I've never eaten just butter by itself, but cheese, yes. I will demolish some cheese.
Hey, Linda. You know, it's weird because my ribs are pretty much healed now. If anybody's interested in knowing, I'd say they're 90 to 95% healed. And I pulled something in my damn wrist. And I'm like, really? What the hell? Am I just getting old or what? I don't know what I did to my wrist, but it freaking hurts. But today was a perfect day to go fly, and I didn't do it. And I'm off. I could have just took off, but I don't want to go by myself. I mean, she wasn't here, so I can't just leave.
I watched a video, not today, of a dude making butter with just heavy cream. What was it? Heavy cream and salt, and that was it. I want to make some butter. That was it. Just heavy cream, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're probably gonna have to go to like Trader Joe's or Whole Food to get the high fat heavy cream. Though.
Yeah, you need the high fat heavy cream. And then you add, if you want salted butter, you have to add salt. Not a lot. And that's it. You can make butter that way. That's how they make butter. So,
You
yeah.
said two of the main ones. Bread goes in grains and cheese goes in dairy, but they should be their own food group. Because don't try to put like wheat and shit in
Yeah,
there.
I don't think it'd
Well,
be
make
cheaper,
bread out of
Corey,
it.
per se, but it would probably be better butter for you. Just because of all the bullcrap they
Yeah,
add.
because heavy cream. I don't know the last time you bought heavy cream. That shit is not cheap. Heavy cream is not cheap.
Sour cream's a whole different animal, Linda.
But he did make. He used, was it like 2 cups of heavy cream, and made a big pat of butter. So it's probably a little bit cheaper than buying butter at the store. Just Country Crock. That's what I like. That's not real butter.
Right.
It works though.
It works. I mean, it gets the
You
job
missed the
done.
butter churn that kept women occupied.
What I wanted to do today was go outside, and I may do that this weekend. What I'm going to try to do is that mount I have that goes on the back of the truck to hold the paramotor. I want to redo that to where I bolt the plywood down to the metal frame, and then make the wood stock slats that hold the paramotor, and then I can just clamp it down with one clamp and screw down through the middle, and I'm done. It'll be so much easier to mount that thing and take it back off. That's what I want to get done. I may have to buy a few more parts, but I think that'll be the way to go. Holding it down. I don't know if a lot of people just use one. I think I'd rather have 2, one in the front and one towards the back, because if you put just one in the center, it'll hold it, but it's going to put a lot of pressure on that. And unless it's all metal, I'm not a big fan of, oh yeah, that'll be fine. No, I don't want it loose. I don't want it loose or rocking or any of that.
I don't know that there's any type of mount that you could put on the back of your truck that would keep your butt from clenching every time you hit a bump.
Yeah, if it don't move at all, my butt would not clench. But right now it's a little shaky, and I'm worried about it. I don't want it falling off. That's a lot of money to fall off the back of the truck.
I've never tried to make bread. There's just certain things I shouldn't master the art of making. Would not end well for me.
Yeah, didn't you say you had a bread maker at one time, but you didn't use it or something?
No.
If you had a bread maker, it would probably get used
It'd
too much.
be very dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did get a rice cooker, and that thing works really good. So I
does.
like the rice cooker. We bought more
Yeah,
rice, hadn't even
if
opened it yet.
Exactly, RS. If it didn't move, my butt wouldn't clench. Put
It
that
would
in the
suck
file
if
for
it
me.
fell. Brett, you have no idea how bad that would suck if it fell. It
Well,
would
I mean,
suck really
we
bad.
we do have insurance that covers that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, but still, who knows what the damn
yeah, well, it would
deductible.
change my end, all right. There'd be much more of it. So yeah, there's certain things. Like I have a recipe to make Samoas, but I've never tried it.
See,
because
I'm with
if I
Stina.
perfect it, it's bad.
She had a bread maker and used it 3 times, then donated it.
Aries, that's the only kind of rice.
That's
that
all we
get
buy is jasmine rice.
and it
Aries.
smells so good when it cooks.
Yeah, we make every time I cook that jasmine rice, the girls are like, "Can I have some rice? Can
In
I have some
order to
rice?"
put it in the back of the truck, he'd have to take the propeller off and take the cage apart.
Yeah, that's the only downside, Creed. If I want to put that in the back of the truck, which it would fit, but I'd have to break it down, so I'd have to take the prop off, which that's 6 screws,
I just said that.
and
You don't
then
need to repeat me.
take off the cage, which is a bunch of Velcro and popping things loose, and the tightening straps. I got to take those off too. So it'd take about 10 minutes each time to do that, which ain't too bad. I mean, if I was taking a long trip with it, that's the way I would store
I
it.
agree,
But
Aries.
going down the
And
road, yeah.
we found it's like $4 cheaper at Costco than it is at the little Asian market up the street.
Yeah, we went to the
Which
Asian
I'm
market.
fairly certain they judge us every time we go in and buy a 20-pound bag of rice.
It's a
Last time we
25-pound
came in,
bag.
he's like, "You're back already?" And it's like, "Well, we've got a rice cooker." And he's like, "Oh, okay." That makes sense.
Jasmine Rice is DeMillan's stripper name. Oh damn.
Stina, I had a pressure cooker before Instapot became a thing. And when mine died, I went shopping for another one. And the generic ones you can buy online were actually more expensive than the Instapot. So I went and bought
Jasmine
that
rice
one
is not
at
brown
Target.
sticky rice. It is white rice that is short.
Mhm.
You'll know. Just look at the bag. It'll
It's
say jasmine rice. I mean,
it's sticky because it's cooked in a rice cooker, but it's got a very nutty flavor to it. It's not just boring white rice. You can smell it when someone's cooking jasmine rice.
yeah, we have a little plastic cup, which equals out to about a cup of rice. I usually put about 6 cups of rice in that thing, and then it has marks on the inside of the pot. So if you put 6 cups of rice, you go to 6 cups of water and level it out at that mark, and then just turn it on, and I'd say 30 to 45 minutes later, it's done. You're good to go.
Yep.
Water's gone, but the rice is nice and moist. And
I used the Instapot the other day for a pot roast, and then Katie used the Instapot, and then they went and bought one of the old style pressure cooker pots, and she made corned beef and cabbage, which was delicious. I actually finished off the part she set aside for me today at lunch, and it was yummy.
Smokers are great, Albie. I want a nice electric smoker, you know? That way you can
we rinse it, Aries.
you can turn it on and set the temperature and just throw the meat in there and forget about it. That's what I want to do with a smoker. So I would, if I had that, I would
You
buy.
can't just forget about it in a smoker. You have to make sure you maintain the temperature.
That's
and-
why I said electric, because it keeps the temperature correct.
Oh, well, that's
So-
just cheating.
I like to cheat. So I would do that, and I'd throw a bunch of ribs in there and smoke them, and then end up charring
you're
them on
making
the
ribs,
grill after. Ooh,
You can cheat on those because ribs are delicious. I love ribs.
I can make some good ribs. I got no problem making ribs.
Saffron's expensive as shit, though.
You
well,
do
we
have
found out-
you got electric one, Albert? Yeah, the electric ones are expensive too, though.
When I was
$1.
looking, okay, well, John Q, when you're making rice in a rice cooker, you're technically steaming it, not boiling it, because there's not enough water in it to boil it.
I
When I was calling
always
around, there's a tree company that I was calling for firewood, and they actually sell different woods for smokers too. So that's cool. 1,200. Okay,
I
let me read
always
the prices.
rinse. I always rinse my rice. So Cloud Chucker sent me the specs on the 45B batteries, the MALA cells.
Mhm.
So they said they claim 4,400 mAh, and it looks like it got 4,450 on the test. It claims 50 amps, so it does 35 amps with a 50 amp burst, so that's 50 amps. And the E scores, I don't know what those scores mean. 13.4, 13.1, 12.2. I'd have to read the whole thing, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll read that. In other words, they got a really good rating from what I can tell. So those 45B monocell batteries, good stuff. My
I think the
trade,
Traeger is the one that they were selling at Home Depot.
was it?
Yeah. Brown rice is supposed to be good for you, John Q, because it still has the case on it.
I wouldn't
So
mind
it's
having a
harder
good
for your
smoker.
body
I
to
mean, once we
digest.
get a house, that's when I'll be like, okay, I want a smoker. I want to do this. I want to be able to cook because I can cook some
Well,
meat
it's
out there.
coming. Yeah. It's coming.
Scott, that is the picture I just got a link to. Was the test that Mooch did on the 45B. So yes, he has done. I can show you. I mean, that was Mooch's test.
Korean bamboo salt, $100 for 8 ounce. Holy shit. Yeah. That's too rich for my blood.
There's the battery and there's the test right below it. For Molicel 45B. You can see it. So he has tested it. Mooch approved. Exactly, Cherokee. So I'm glad we got Mooch in the vaping community to check all the batteries out for us and make sure they're good. But you know, once a company makes batteries good, send it on Messenger. I can do that. Scott, I will do it. If a company makes constant good batteries, you can pretty much guess that by the next time they come out with another battery, they're gonna keep that same thing going. They're not gonna be like, oh, well, we were
Somebody
doing good, but
had one of those that they used to take to the race and make us all breakfast with, Brett.
make breakfast. What?
It's a grill, but it's got a griddle top instead of a grill top, so you can make bacon and eggs and shit like that on it.
Okay, there's Scott. I'm going to send you that. Scott messaged me at like, what time was it? 3:26 a.m. Hello, Sleepy Scuba. Enjoy your vape at 3:30 in the morning. I was like, damn.
Yeah, but if that message would have woke you up, you would have vaped and went right back to bed.
Right? Pretty much. I'm like, oh, Scott's messaging me in the middle. All right, I'm going back to sleep now.
That's what we bought a shitload of at Sam's Club.
We did get a bunch of
Costco.
pink Himalayan salt. Yeah.
One of them
You
places.
did tell me why, Scott. Hey, it's fine, man. I'm not mad at you, buddy. It's fine.
Yeah, see,
I was just like,
Yeah.
why the hell is he
got
messaging me at 3:30
fancy
in the morning?
fancy salt shaker with some Himalayan pink salt.
Oh, there she goes. Yeah, there's the fancy pink Himalayan salt. Look at all that pink Himalayan salt in that thing. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
that big.
I don't even know how this works.
That's what she said.
I'm the one that's supposed to have the jokes here.
Well, I couldn't miss that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, I need to read the owner's manual because I don't know how. Remove freshness seal before use. Remove the freshness seal. Yeah, I don't know.
You didn't know it was that late?
I need an owner's manual.
Well, there you go. Dire Thing just posted a link to Mooch's chart. Thank you, Dire Thing.
We don't eat crap macaroni and cheese. Patrick makes macaroni and cheese from scratch. That shit is the bomb diggity. Nice browned, yummy cheese on the top of it.
Don't make me hungry, damn it.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that was the whole reason I was like, yeah, I'm not hungry tonight. You don't need to bring any dinner home or anything like that. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Most of
Velveeta,
us vape in
no.
our sleep. Aries.
I don't, Aries. I put my mod on the table beside the bed, and I don't hit it until I get out of the shower in the morning.
I can't say that for
He
myself.
sleeps with his. I've rolled over and had one stuck to my ass.
Sometimes
before,
I
so,
sleep
yeah.
with my vape.
All
Sometimes
the time.
I-
There is one in the bed with us at all times.
No, I put it over on the side table, and then if I wake up, I'll reach
One
over
of the three, maybe.
and vape it, and then go back to sleep. Yeah,
Mhm.
is usually what happens.
I'm not exaggerating. I have rolled over and had a mod stuck to my ass before. Albie sleeps with his. That's why there's little juice stains all over our mattress topper. Only on his side. It would make me question him, except they all smell like fruit, so I know what it is.
This shirt, I wish I could have bought more. Albie was around. I was hanging out with Albie when I got this shirt, and it has lasted
Ooh,
all
that
these
sounds good.
years. And look, even the lettering on it is still really good.
They are very soft, too.
This is a very comfy shirt, and you can't get them
I've
in.
checked Dire Thing. They smell like either fruit or vanilla nuts, so.
Do you even vape, bro? And I've had this shirt for God knows how many years. I'm glad it was a bigger shirt that I didn't have to worry about it getting a little bit tighter on me because I'm freaking
Well,
huge.
it's very stretchy cotton.
Yeah. But it's a comfy shirt. I like it.
It is very comfy. I steal it and wear it whenever.
And
I
the
get
Baba Waba notifications are pouring in. So Baba Waba is gone then.
Baba Wawa is gone.
Mm.
She didn't look 93 though. I hope that I looked that good.
Was that
with
Tampa?
93.
It may have. Yeah, I think it was, Albie. It was definitely in Florida because that's where, what was it, Goodfellas Vape? I think it was Goodfellas or something like that.
He
Good Vapes?
himself
Good Vapes.
does not smell like fruit and vanilla nuts. He's got his own scent. He smells like cologne.
She does snurf me all the time.
Smell good.
Did you guys purchase a house yet? We're working on it, Marcus.
Yeah.
We're
Our
trying.
lender should be printing our pre-approval. He's got to wait until after January 1st. So it's good for 3 months. It'll carry us through the end of March.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we'll get pre-approval after New Year's, and then we're gonna start heavily looking. It's kind of disappointing because half of the stuff we look for is already got an offer. It's already under contract. I'm
Yeah.
like,
It'll pop up on the
damn.
MLS and say new listing. I message the agent, and then she comes back an hour later. There's already a contract on it. I'm like, well, son of a bitch.
yeah.
So
They are selling really fast. Before we can even contact the agent to tell them we're interested, it's already
People-
under contract.
people in our price range are not playing. They're like, oh, it's for sale. Give me. I don't even want to look at it. Just give me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Maybe we can
I
go
mean,
buy an auction house.
No, that's too risky. Well, and the auctions, the tax sales, short sales, foreclosures, those are good deals, but we are on a very, very tight timeline. So I'll be not these because these have already been flipped. So those houses have already been bought up, and BlackRock technically
Cloud
isn't
Trucker.
buying anything. BlackRock is advising all of their investor clients to go buy them all up.
So we're vaping ass cooties.
Maybe. Well, I don't know about
Shocky.
you, but I have.
I don't.
I have.
I if I do bring my
have cooties.
vape to bed, if I bring my vape to bed, it's on top of the covers and I'm under them.
Yeah.
I do sometimes
Now-
sleep on top of the covers though.
One thing that is making me giggle, right, is all of these investors that snapped up all these properties because BlackRock is their their portfolio manager, bought them to be Airbnbs. That market is slowly dying away because now, instead of when Airbnb started, it was somebody with a house that wanted to rent out a bedroom, right? Now it's become a freaking business, and it's cheaper to stay in a hotel. When I stay at a hotel, I don't have to do the laundry. I don't have to clean the house. I don't have to do the dishes. And I certainly don't have to pay a cleaning fee on top of the fee that I've already paid to rent to the hotel. And they give me free fucking breakfast. It's cheaper to go to a hotel nowadays than a freaking Airbnb. So a lot of these these investors that bought all these properties, and not even just investors, a lot of these are people with more money than they know what to do with, have bought starter homes and are renting them out as Airbnbs, but they're falling off because I mean a lot of the cities are outlawing them or putting special restrictions on the Airbnb business, as they should, because you're not a hotel. If I lived in a neighborhood, I wouldn't want half the houses where everybody staying there on any given day wasn't an actual resident. So those people are going belly up because now they're stuck with houses and they can't get renters for them. Not necessarily that, well, I mean, maybe compared to other things, but nobody wants to sit on a vacant property that they can't make money off of. Because the longer it sits there empty, the longer it goes into disrepair. But yeah, I read when y'all were talking about BlackRock, I went and looked it up, and they're portfolio managers that, and like a lot of the investors around here are not big faceless companies. They're, dude bros that bought a house and flipped it, and now that's what they're doing, and now they're doing rental properties. Or they bought a house and they moved and bought another house, and now they're renting this one out, and then they decided, oh well, we'll buy, so we don't have a lot of our market is not, it's not a very attractive market for these national investors that are managed by BlackRock. Now, I would imagine somewhere up in DC or Alexandria, lots of expensive high-end areas, yes, but not necessarily around here. What we have is a lot of investors that want to slap a new coat of paint on a piece of property and triple the price. Yeah, but you don't need to rent an Airbnb to do that. I mean, yeah, you will never catch me in another HOA, Aries. I will be damned. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Yeah,
I will take Billy Bob with his 15 cars in his driveway before I have somebody find me because I left my trash can out too long. Fuck that noise. Not gonna do it.
This is the only HOA I've ever lived in.
And this HOA isn't even that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad, honestly.
I've only gotten one letter from them, and it's like, hey, you need to weed your flower beds. And I was like, hey, okay. Yeah, I'm not. I was reading through the bylaws on one the other day, and you can't have, if you have a second story balcony, you can't have plants of any kind on your balcony. You also can't have glass top tables. No car, you can't work on your car, which that's even in this one, you're not supposed to work on your car. The only thing they'll allow is I know. The only thing you'll allow is to put a tire on your car if you've got a flat in an emergency only. But I've heard that too, Aries, and there's not, we do a lot of closings. I haven't ran across any properties that are owned by Zillow.
Tire. I did a timing belt in the front yard and water pump. So they're not too strict.
Sure, I'm never going to be able to retire. I don't have a retirement plan. I don't have a 401k. I'm in real estate. You don't retire. You can't escape. You work until you die. That's why there's like a 90-year-old lady trying to prepare a document the other day and kept fucking it up because she's old and senile. technically I could do my job remotely, but I don't like to do that because it takes forever and it's inconvenient, and I just
We could make it more
I'd,
convenient, even if
I'd
we had to
rather
get a
just
better
go in the
printer. We
office.
could do that.
Yeah, I'm not $100 a year. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm just not. I just don't. The main thing that concerns me, right, is my mother is in an HOA. Okay, and their dues are reasonable. They have a center unit in a building of like 6. The HOA decided they needed to replace the siding on all of the buildings. So even though my mother only has like a quarter of the amount of siding that the end units do, they split the cost evenly amongst everybody. Do you know how much they were expecting everybody to come up with? And this was not one of these special assessments that they stretched out over several years that you got to pay a little bit extra with your dues. They wanted everybody in that neighborhood to come up with $20,000 within like 2 months' time. $20,000. Who the fuck that lives in condos that are selling for 170 grand have an extra 20 grand just laying around?
Yeah. Brett,
Yeah,
to answer your
20,000.
question, the timing belt went fine. I'll tell you this: the engine inside the Honda Pilot is an interference engine, which means if your timing belt was to break, one of the valves would come down and hit your piston and put a hole in it. So you got to make sure you change that timing belt, or you'll destroy the motor pretty much. So what did happen though when I was doing the timing belt, I was setting one of the cams perfect, dead on the mark, and somehow my wrench slipped and the whole cam just went, it spun, and I was like, oh crap, I'm screwed. Because I didn't know which way it turned, nothing. Luckily, I guessed right, because the mark was up here and it turned to the right by what? 45 degrees.
Enough for all the color to drain from your face and
Yeah, I
crack
literally
away
got sick to my
quietly.
stomach when that happened. So what I did is
You just
since
turned
the
around and
motor
walked in
hasn't
the house.
turned at all, the piston was still in the same spot. I was actually able to take that cam and bring it back up and put it in position. And then I put the belt on, put it all back together, and the car started. Everything was fine. So I got lucky,
Yeah.
but yeah, you don't want that. Those cams are under a lot of pressure.
I bet
And if you
his
move
butt
just a little
cheeks
too far, the whole thing will spring
had
on you.
never clenched as hard as they were when he was turning that engine over after that.
I was crossing my fingers, toes, everything. I was like, oh Lord, please. Because if it would have been wrong, when I went to turn it over, you would have heard some knocking like you wouldn't believe.
Can you tell Mom to take a picture of her whiskey and send it to me?
Katie
hear
would
something
like
about
you.
biscuits?
Which one? The
Cookie?
cookie? Your daughter would like you to take a picture of the cookie dough whiskey and send it to her. Wally World, I puckered up like you wouldn't believe, man. I literally, I'm sure Munchkin remembers when
Did
it
you?
happened. I went over to the middle of the yard because I thought I was going to throw up.
Yeah, he just wandered away from the truck. All the color drained from his face, and then he just wandered into the house and didn't come back out for about 10 minutes.
I went out in the front yard because I thought I was going to throw up. I literally was like, it'll get you, man, because you're like, there was nothing wrong with the motor. I took it apart and now it's broke. But I got it all. I got it fixed. Even for an old guy like me, I mean, the timing belt, it's not that it's that hard of a job, but you make one little mistake and it'll ruin that entire motor. So I changed the water pump too, obviously, because the water pump's connected to the timing belt, and you might as well do them both while you got it open. So I did. Changed all that. So it's good. I mean, the truck's got it's got what, like 240,000 miles on it or something like that. So it's got some miles on there. Because the truck's been from here to Australia to Vegas, back over to Virginia.
Well, he didn't
And-
drive to Australia. But
No. I mean, you didn't drive the truck to Australia, but it ended up there. No, I
he
don't
could
think
have made freaking diamonds, Scott. He could have made diamonds. They were clenched so damn tight.
Well, you have to clench that tight so you don't accidentally crap yourself, because I mean, I at that point anything could have happened. It wouldn't have surprised me. My internet connection is unstable. How?
That's what it's telling me too. No,
That's
you
why they
couldn't
have
fit a pool
location
cue
holes
up
for
there.
pins so they don't move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even see any spots to hold that so it didn't move. Honestly, Cherokee, I thought it was fine. I don't know what happened at the last minute. I already had it set. It was just barely off. And I was like, let me just bump it just a little bit. And when I did, somehow the wrench slipped and the whole damn cam spun. And I was like, oh, I'm screwed. Luckily, the belt wasn't on it. So only that one cam spun. The other one was still on the mark. And then I managed to get it back up and put it, and then it was all good. Yes.
Earlier I said peanut butter.
Well,
whiskey
according
and
to the
jam
Carfax,
or
it was
I
in
meant
Australia.
Chambord.
So maybe he didn't drive it over there, but it was certainly there.
And yes,
Peanut-
it is a peanut butter and jelly shot.
Peanut butter, whiskey, and Chambord.
Yeah, Chambord.
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 Oh, I've got some Chambord. Well, I got the generic Chambord because
Okay,
that
well,
shit's
that
expensive.
and the peanut
but-
butter whiskey makes a peanut butter and jelly shot, and I tried it
Oh.
at Patrick's brother's house, and it's delicious.
So you got to have that and the Chambord and the peanut butter whiskey, and it tastes like a peanut butter and jelly shot. Apparently, screwball and Chambord.
Didn't I say peanut butter and jelly, and she said no?
You did, I was wrong.
Oh, you did. She was wrong. She says. So how's that Nillinets? I'm gonna steal
I'm
that
trying to
mod
think of
from
what
you.
else she could have thought that it tasted like.
I'm gonna steal that mod from you when I come upstairs.
You're not gonna steal it. It's mine. You cannot have it.
I did manage to scratch mine.
The guy was in the military, so yes, I think it did.
There's a scratch right there. I don't know how that happened. I scratched the bejesus out of
Well,
the side
we
of it.
are going to go look at the house just so we can get an idea of what kind of square footage we're talking about for 980 square feet,
Yeah.
just to see what it looks like in person.
Well, Brett, hopefully we get to meet Aries tomorrow.
And then we're going to meet Aries and Ashley.
That would be awesome. Yeah, Aries and Ashley. Or Smashley, I guess. Be Smashley.
Yep.
Yeah, it is tiny, Wally. I'm not. We don't
That's what she
need
said.
that much space as long as it's got either a decent garage or storage shed. Got to have that. Other than that, I'm
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
that's
really
the
flexible.
requirements is. Well, I've been looking at either 2 or 3 bedrooms. So if it's 2 bedrooms and it's got like a couple of them that I've seen have your formal living room and then they have a den, right?
Yeah.
Which the den is usually the garage that's been converted. Or there'll be 3 bedrooms with a formal dining room and a formal living room. As long as it has a garage, I can deal with the difference in space between a 2 and 3 bedroom. Because usually when it's a 2 bedroom, the rooms are a little bit bigger or you have extra space elsewhere. So we'll see. I'm not the main thing that is bothering me is I don't want 1 bathroom. I really want 2 bathrooms because I want to give him his own bathroom because I'm tired of wiping off hair off the counter. But it doesn't look like that's happening.
1235 square feet is fine, Creed. That's enough square footage, in my opinion. I could do with 1200.
Yeah, but see, and like what we're looking at when I'm looking on the MLS, the square footage that we're being given does not, that's living area. That does not include the garage. It doesn't include any outbuildings. So, like this townhouse is 1,700 square feet.
Cherokee,
That
I'm not-
includes the garage.
I'm not shaving the privates in the sink.
No.
I think that house before the one, the house I was in, was 2,200 square feet. It was 3 levels. Top level was 3 bedrooms. Then downstairs had like 2 living rooms, a den, office area, and then a dining room separate from the kitchen. And then downstairs had a gym. Well, that's what I made it, was a gym.
Mm.
And then there's one long room. And then around the side was another room, which is where my computer was when I first started casting. It was a big house, no doubt.
Well, like I'm looking at some of these houses, and I'm not looking at townhouses and condos because I don't want an HOA. There are townhouses and condos out there that don't have HOAs. Usually the condos that don't have HOAs are converted duplexes. They don't have HOAs, but I haven't seen any of them. They're detached. They are single family detached residential. No garage, no shed, but you have a yard. Where the fuck are you putting your lawn? Do you have a lawnmower? Do you have a leaf blower? Do you have a weed eater? Where are you putting all of this stuff? You don't have a garage. You don't have a shed. Where's your rake? Where's your brooms? Where do you keep all that stuff?
Razmataz?
Razzmatazz. Where'd you read
Razzmatazz.
that?
Look at this glitch.
Slappy Joe said it.
Oh,
Just started the mission and I crawled to a corner. I'm so
Whoa. It doesn't do
yeah.
that on
You do
PS5,
need all that
dude.
stuff
I'm
because
telling you.
even if you
That's
don't have an
crazy.
HOA, the city will still fine your ass if you don't cut your grass. And if they come cut it for you, it gets significantly more expensive. I like cutting my grass. I like going out there and having a glass iced tea and mowing the yard and sitting in a chair on the backyard looking at the freshly mowed lawn. I like doing stuff like that.
When I
Um,
didn't have my zero turn at that house, it took me 8 hours to cut the grass with a normal riding lawnmower. With the zero turn, I could do it quick, maybe an hour. Do the front and back. You can't do that in a normal. But
Dire
that was a
thing.
big yard. That was
People
huge.
that live in the houses that we're looking at don't have landscapers. Trust me. Some of
Yeah.
these houses that we're looking at where you can see the people's stuff still in it.
Oh my
I
God.
just, it's like, are you living in a crack den? Because I see all your stuff. What have you ever cleaned? Why is there a giant hole in the wall?
I don't understand how them houses are on the
I'm
market. Yeah,
amazed.
the one that I saw with a giant hole in the wall, I was like, what the hell is this? And all the pictures were really dark.
Well, yeah, there's a reason why. Yeah.
It's like, who took those pictures, man? Come on.
Like Norfolk is much more diligent about sending out cut your grass notices. Much more. Newport News, not so much. It really has to get really bad before they send somebody out to cut your grass for you. Good night, Creed. But
See you, Creed.
you know, yeah, I just can't. I'm just like, why would you allow somebody to take pictures of your house like that? Because that just now, I'm wondering if a lot of these are renters that still live there and they're trying to sell the house. But damn, come in and clean it. Something. If I was a landlord and I was trying to sell a house, I'd be telling the tenants, look, I'll come over and help you clean. Yeah, I'll help you clean. Just, I'll pay you just to clean and get the fuck out because I'm never gonna sell it with pictures like this. I mean, they're bad. They're really bad.
I
Yeah,
didn't
Cherokee.
realize that was off the whole time.
I've been looking at houses out in I wouldn't say out in the sticks, but much further away. If I did that, I'd have to switch offices. I'd have to start working out of the Newport News office instead of Williamsburg because I don't want an hour drive again. I don't want to do that. But out in the boonies is where he wants to be, and that's kind of where I want to be too. I don't
I
really want
I don't
neighbors.
require out in the boonies. I just require being near a place that I can take off and land. That's all.
Yeah, again, that's out in the boonies. But
No.
and
not
I wouldn't even really
necessarily.
say the boonies. There's grocery stores and liquor stores and shit out there. But it's like your neighbors, like you can't stick your arm out the window and touch your neighbor's house. You know, if the neighbor's outside in their yard, they're not going to be close enough to carry out a conversation with me without yelling. That's the kind of neighbors I want. I just don't. I don't like people. I don't want to be that close to them.
This thing has been sitting for like 3 weeks and it's still full battery. I haven't
What?
put a mod on there. It's just this is the Guar 21. It doesn't use any battery when it sits there. It's just staying fully charged, which is great. Same way with these Hadrons, the Hadron Pros. They're just staying charged, man. It's 89%. I haven't really used it, so, but I will eventually. I would like a place that's got nice cabinets and stuff that I could store all my mods in, but that's going to be impossible.
Well, that one house I showed you that was all wood inside, that you were like, the laundry room's in the den. Yeah. That had a ton of built-in storage, and it had a ton of natural wood. It had the old style casement windows.
Yeah.
That were gorgeous. The house wasn't in great of shape. It just needed some TLC, but all that natural wood, I just thought it was beautiful. He's just like, the laundry room is in the Sunday.
I wouldn't even care, Slappy. They can get pissed off if I.
We could do Sunday early, yeah. I'm not care. I don't. And see, that's the thing, though, is if we're in, if we're out in Suffolk, right, and the neighbors are a quarter of a mile away from us, they're not going to hear. They're probably not going to be able to hear the paramotor over their fucking jacked up trucks, or they're riding lawnmowers or their tractors. I'm talking, we're going to be out in like farm country where the fields behind you might have corn in them, or watermelons, or wheat several times. I mean, you know, it's a lot of farm area out there.
Yeah, I've always been like timekeeper. I like being city wise to where I can get to stuff, but it's getting less and less of a priority to me now. As long as it's not too far. I don't want to drive 45 minutes to go to whatever, Best Buy or something, you know? I just want to be within reasonable driving
When was the
distance.
last time we went to Best Buy?
I don't like Best Buy. They're too damn expensive. I don't
All
go
right,
to Best
then.
Buy. That's the only, I mean, I love Micro Center, but it's 3 hours from here. Screw that.
Yeah.
Too damn far.
Are y'all driving back home Sunday, Aries? Yeah, I mean, it's only an hour and a half. We could leave here around noon and meet for an early dinner so y'all can get on the road back home. If checkout is at 10, then we could meet around, what, noonish and have lunch.
Nobody goes to Best Buy. Ain't that the truth, John Q? Yeah. I don't know.
Sounds good. All right, we'll have to get together and figure out where we're going to do that and where the halfway point is. I'm hoping more stuff comes on the market after the first of the year, because there's a couple, like the one with all the wood that I was talking about.
Yeah.
That one that's on the high end of our budget. We would maybe they'd have to come down on price a little bit. And it's not in the best shape either, but that house is very close to the neighborhood that is no bueno. It's not in it. It's not even on the outskirts. It's just closer than I'd like to be.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have problems like that at our Best Buy. I mean, I used to go to Best Buy all the time to dig through their clearance on video games and movies and stuff. That's where we bought the sound bar and the TV, was at Best Buy.
That's a really old sound bar. I need an upgraded one.
No, you don't. It works just fine.
It works just fine. Yeah. I'll have to set up correctly whenever we get settled somewhere.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, how much space do we need with just the two of us? As long as there's a garage or a detached garage for him to put
The paramotor
90% of his shit in, the paramotor,
and the
all your
toolboxes.
tools,
Yeah.
and your toolboxes and stuff. You know.
Hopefully, I could, the new house, I can fit my whole desk instead of just half of it. Because we're still.
You
the
know,
other
I've
half
been
of the
looking at
desk-
some of these houses, and no, I don't think you will. There's some of them where I'm like, I don't even know how we're going to fit that through the door. I would just as soon throw that fucking thing away and get you a brand new desk that doesn't weigh 9,000 pounds. Good night, RS.
Good night, RS. Yeah, it does not have Atmos, Aries. That's what I'm saying. It's old. It needs to upgrade. They're getting cheaper and cheaper day by day, so we'll have to see. I like nice surround sound. She don't watch as many movies as I do. I mean, I watched Maverick last night, and she actually watched it. I'm surprised that she did, but she watched it with me
Well,
last
once
night.
I got through the man soap part and got to the action, I don't like Tom Cruise. He's a douchebag. I'm not a fan of any movie he's in because I don't fucking like him.
Yeah.
When are we gonna finish watching Band of Brothers?
Yeah, we got to watch that at some point.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was good. I think they did a decent job compared to the first Top Gun over to the second one. It was pretty good. I haven't watched
Not enough
Spider-Man
explosions.
No Way Home yet. I have
Yeah,
that.
Tom Cruise
Haven't
is
watched it.
irritating. I don't like it. It's because he's a short little evil troll man and his nose doesn't line up with his front teeth. And
Oh my
now that I
God.
know that, I can't stop looking at it.
Yeah.
Next time you see Tom Cruise, his front tooth is in the middle of his face. So if you go straight down from his nose, it goes right through the middle of one of his front teeth instead of the line between them. He's just, I don't know.
It makes me
He's a fucking
self-conscious every time she says that, but yeah,
He's got an extra front tooth.
he has an extra front tooth. Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, I don't like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And like, what's laughable is like he was trying to play a hard ass in Maverick. No,
Not that Maverick, John Q. Damn,
like you're
James
you're
Garner.
4 foot tall, dude. How are you gonna try to be a hard ass? I don't like Tom Cruise at all, in any way, shape, or form. Never have.
All right. Well, I think we've went well past time for tonight.
Well, that too, John Q. Yeah.
I'm ready to go up there and just lay down. I really want to vape Nilla Nuts, but I'd have to make my own.
You can vape some of mine. I'll share it with you.
Oh, you're gonna share? Well, that's good. Her juice is actually really good in that tank, guys.
John Wick is good. I like
crap
John
you
Wick.
not. That VP cartridge that comes with the VI class is vaping
thank you,
really
Garrett.
good. And that was the 40. They have a P20, which is 0.2 ohms. So you could crank up the wattage, but I kind of like the wattage being lower.
You're right about that, Scott. And I wonder how much they had to pay him to be that self-deprecating because he doesn't have a sense of humor either. We need to watch Saving Private Ryan. Those movies are good in surround sound. Like when the first time I watched Saving Private Ryan with surround sound, I swear it sounded like they were bombing our bedroom in the back. You could hear the bullets whizzing by your head like you're fucking ducking and shit. It's yeah. So I do like surround sound. I don't think you need it on your computer, but yeah,
I have
for TV watching movies. It's good.
My surround sound system, although it's really good, it's out in the garage. It's probably 10 years old now, so it needs
fucking
upgraded
speakers
too.
are speakers. It doesn't need to be upgraded.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If anything, I'll be watching John Wick 4 when it comes out. I love the John Wick movies. All the John Wick movies.
There's a new video game that comes out in March too that I want to get called The Day Before. That sounds cool.
Yeah, that one looked cool.
So while I'm sitting on the couch playing video games, you can move everything in and start unpacking.
I already have the Govee TV backlight system, Aries. It's somewhere in a box upstairs. I
think it's in our closet.
I didn't want to install it here because it'd get torn up. So I'm waiting until we get into a house and then I'll put it around the TV.
See, look, he already owns it.
Yeah, I already bought it, Aries. I got it. It's good to go. All right, guys, we're going to bump off of here. I hope everybody has an excellent, safe new year. Make sure if you're drinking, do not drive. It's not worth it. Stay safe, guys.
And I'll look for
We need
restaurants, Aries. We'll get up with you.
We need you guys
we
to
can
be
make
back
arrangements.
here next year. So I guess all
Yeah,
there
don't
is,
drink and drive or spill your beer. Drink at home.
all it is to say is we'll see you next year, guys.
Good to see you again,
And
Albert.
thank you for a great somebody just subscribed or something. I don't know why it didn't show up. I don't know why it didn't show up.
I don't know.
Maybe it's this one. Let me see if I can move it fast enough. Oh, wait. Corey just sent $10. Corey, you are the man. Corey just donated $10 again.
Thank you for donating to the house fund, Corey. I appreciate that.
Yeah, maybe we can buy a house with that. Can we buy a house with that? We're going to try. You guys have a great weekend. We will catch you guys next week, next year
Night-night.
even.
Yes, next year. See y'all
Same
next
bat
year.
time, same bat channel. Peace out, guys.